morning, everybody, and welcome to Flavor House Network's Weekend Eats, or Casey's Weekend Eats, because I'm Casey, if you don't already know, and I know my family up in there know who I am, but for those of you who don't, that's me. Anywho, we got a good lineup here today. If you didn't see the thumbnail, I'm here to tell you. We're going to do breakfasty, lunchy, can be dinner type thing, and it's pretty economical. I'm going to be doing some good old shrimp and grits, and I'm going to be pan frying some tilapia to go with it for those shellfish people who can't, for those people who can't do the shellfish. You know, always something up in here. Anyhow, it's going to be a blast for sure. I have something that I'm going to do that you didn't think I was ever going to do. Casey tries iced coffee. Ta-da! Look at that. Y'all, this is going to be hard. I don't know. Y'all gonna have to virtually hold my hand. I don't know.
You can do it.
I don't know about that, y'all.
You can do it.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see. I'll probably end up getting me some hot coffee, but I'm going to give it a try. I told y'all I'm going to get more adventurous, okay? Also, I have ideas for 5 budget meals under $20. So that should be interesting. And of course, hey, my home cooking story time. Hey, there's always something interesting about Casey's bunch. Oh, I said I'm not the Brady Bunch. Casey's group. How about that? Casey's fam? Yeah, whatever. All right. How y'all doing this morning? How are you, Jerome? I know you're getting your glasses today. You got to see. So that means you can't heckle me. Oh, I'm happy about that one. Okay.
Denise is in there. Denise says good morning.
Good morning, Janice. How are you? See, let me tell you something. This screen on the borrowed computers that I'm using is like teeny weeny. So I'm seeing letters. I can't make them out. I got to get the other glasses. Let me just get rid of the preliminaries, clean the other glasses so I can see y'all. How about that? One moment.
And then taste that delicious ice
I'm gonna taste it. Yeah.
We're not gonna let that slide.
Okay, I'm gonna taste it. I don't want to taste it, but I'm gonna taste it. Oh my goodness. Well, how was everybody's week? That's what I'd like to know. This was a very, 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 very busy week for me. And next week is going to be a very, very, and I'm going to add an extra very on there next week because I'm going to be handling things on my lonesome. So, yeah, I don't know, y'all. Pray for me. That's all I got to say. I don't know. But anyway, let me clean these glasses so I can see what's going. What's happening today? Because I'm hungry just thinking about this stuff. And I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm not a big grits person, but in this case, the way I'm making this, I'm gonna go there just a teeny tiny bit. I'm just excited about the shrimp because I don't get to do a whole lot of shellfish around here because everybody's walking around here with their allergies, So yeah, so I'm happy about that. Anywho, I can see clearly now. Yes, I do. Hello, boyfriend, girlfriend, and Pamela. How are you? Okay, so y'all. Okay, before I tell y'all what the ingredients are, I'm gonna take a sip of this. Okay, here goes. You know what this tastes like?
What's it taste like? Delicious?
It tastes like sugar water.
Yay!
That's what it tastes like. Maybe mine needs to be stronger. Okay, because I would not. I'm sorry. Coffee's just supposed to be hot.
You can't taste the flavors.
It tastes like to me cold milk with something else in it. Or watered down. Yeah.
No, in my opinion, it still tastes like coffee. It has like.
I don't even taste the coffee.
She likes that raw, hard.
Yeah, maybe I need mine to be espresso, iced espresso. Maybe so good.
Maybe like an iced Americano with minimal
that might be
cream.
I I tried. Listen, I tried.
Hey, she's
Okay.
consistent. She likes what she likes.
We can try you with a different one next time.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be a next time. Anyhow, iced coffee. Yeah.
And you know the rule. You gotta try something at least 3 times before you determine.
No, you do. I don't have to. It only takes one strike. You're out with me. So anyway, for those of you, I'm gonna drink this anyway because we don't want to waste stuff unless I make beautiful assistant drink it. But she needs more. She needs all of the coffee, especially when it's ice like this. Okay, but they say people love it because it's cold and it's bold and it cools you down. I am freezing in this house. It's 65 degrees in here. I do not need.
Say that because Jerome said you must be feeling like you're on fire with all that red. So the fact that you're cold, how about?
You know what? Let me tell you something about red. You right, okay? Because red means confidence, okay? That's what it means. And I am confident, okay? Yeah. Only you, Jerome. I told you this is not I don't.
He said he's using the talk to text.
It's all about food. It's about food here. This is not fashion, okay? It's not. I'm not that one that's gonna sit up and do a makeup tutorial for you, okay? This is not fashion. It's about food, okay? Leave me alone, Jerome.
However, red in color theory does mean bold, passion, and courageous.
Yes, it does. All them things.
We always gonna do on this show.
Anyhow, but I will tell you this. This is how I was raised, okay? My mama said, you have to present, okay? And even though I'm in my house and I'm wearing my muumuu, it matches and it will, and I will be presentable for y'all because you deserve that. End of story. So, I'm tired of you, I swear. Anyway, so they say, as I said, it cools you down. And if you're outside in that hot weather, because I'm going to tell you the last few days around here, whoo, child, it was so hot. It was hot till it was steaming. Anyhow, so it gives you that caffeine boost. We're going to find out in a minute because I'm not feeling any boosty right here. But what I will do is, I'm going to talk about this after we get these ingredients. So I want to give you guys the ingredients and hey, we can get this party started. I am freezing. I see. I need hot coffee to get me this right. You know, some people.
Would you like me to make you
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some hot coffee too. Some people say when I get cold, okay, that makes me sleepy. Okay, when people are hot, they say they get sleepy, and cold keeps them awake, or so I don't know. But or maybe it's the opposite. But it's the opposite for me. Y'all don't really want me to fall asleep on here, do you? So you're not gonna make me drink all this coffee, are you? Oh goodness, it's gross. I'm not gonna say it's gross. It's just not what I'm accustomed to putting in my body early in the morning. Oh my goodness.
Bet you if I made it with Nescafe, you'd be happy.
Nah. You know what? And that's so funny. That espresso that I'm sitting here looking for my my allergy pill because I feel that coming on, and it was over here on the side of me. Anywho, I'm gonna have a little bits of bacon, okay? And I love applewood, and you can use turkey bacon if you don't want to use pork. If you like eating seafood, some people don't want to use seafood. I don't know, but anyway. Then I got, and I'm gonna take this out. You know, my old trusty white onion's been the thing here lately that you can't see, and of course my red pepper. And I'm doing the white onion more so because my husband's like, I've been trying to get you to get white onion forever. I'm like, listen. First of all, one white onion cost me $2. So do the math. Okay. Second of all, the only reason why I got this white onion is because I take one white onion and I make 155,302. Okay. And it's for y'all. It's visual. It's visual because if I'm doing a red background, I need to have something that can stand out. Okay. I have 3-4 of these little tilapia fillets, and they're pretty nice fillets here. And we just cleaned them up, and we got them in here and got them all nice and dry because you want to get them as dry as possible when you're doing any kind of frying, because that's going to keep the crispness. And like I said, when I do my frying, I don't do a whole lot of batter on it because I need to taste the integrity of whatever I'm eating. But you'll see. So this is about 2 pounds, maybe 1.5 pounds of tilapia, but it's 3 nice sized tilapia fillets. And then I have some medium shrimp. Okay. And they're already deveined and cleaned, and there they go right there. There they go right there. And they weren't expensive. They really weren't. So anytime you can catch things on sale, that's what you do. That becomes dinner. Whatever is on sale becomes the meal here in this piece. So we can take that. Of course, we're using Casey's Blessing all-purpose seasoning. This is not on the market, but you can use whatever all-purpose seasoning you have available to you until it is. Once it is, I'm telling you, you'll never go back. And we have some celery flakes because instead of the real celery, I really like this enhanced flavor. So I will be using celery flakes. You can use regular celery if that's what you have. Okay, I have some flour here, and I made it my business to get some self-rising flour because self-rising flour has a little baking powder in it. And that's what I need. I need a little bit of baking powder. And the reason why I'm using the baking powder, believe it or not, helps crisp your crust for your fish. Some people use cornmeal. I'm not a fan of cornmeal. I use flour. Back in the day, I used to use cornmeal, but I'm not really too much of a fan of cornmeal on my fish. So I do this thing. Or some people will use breadcrumbs. I do this. You'll see. So I have a little bit of canola oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you want. You just want to use an oil that can stand the heat. Okay, you don't want to use an oil that can't stand the heat because we frying and it's going to get pretty hot. And then, like I said, I have a little bit of baking powder, and it's any kind. Just sprinkle a little in your flour mixture, which is what we're going to do. And after when we season up our flour to fry our fish up. Okay, I have some cooking spray, of course, because I just have cooking spray. You don't have to have that. If your pans really are nonstick, mine's the seen better days, I use this. And of course, I said we having grits, but I am not cooking any old-fashioned grits. Okay, I may be seasoned. Okay, but these here grits is going to be the quick grits. Okay, but I am going to cook them on top of the stove, and we're going to get smooth and creamy, delicious grits in a flash. Okay, so
let's backtrack really quick. I see that Jerome made a couple of comments. He said about the cold versus hot thing. He said I understand cold puts me in a hibernation mode. I feel that.
Yeah, it does. I'm telling you, I can deal with, I ain't gonna tell that. I don't like being hot either, but I can cool off in some way. That cold thing, yeah, I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold, so
I think he made one other comment.
Okay, what are you saying? So Jerome says, thank you for reminding me. I got to buy me some cooking spray. Yeah, okay. Well, you just went to the store. When was it? Last week? Was it when it was 4th of July? Why you missed the cooking spray? Come on. Y'all, I have to find my allergy pills. Hey there, Teresa Lloyd. How are you? See, this is there you go. I got something here. I got it.
Damien's here.
Hello, Damien. Hello, T. How are you?
What'd you say, Corey? You said Damien? Yeah, Damien's here. He said, sounds delicious. I love grits. First time I had shrimp and grits was down in Mississippi. Changed my life.
What you say? It was life altering. Damien, it was okay. I love that. It was life altering. You know what? I'm sorry. Y'all just gonna have to see this here purse because I got this medicine up in here. And if I don't take this pill, you're gonna see all of the drippings that I don't want anyone to be subject to. So, reality show, reality TV. That's all I can tell you. Get this pill out here. I felt it coming on, but this week has been really, really rough with allergies for me. Can someone open this for me? Because, this is supposed to be easy open, y'all. Now.
Yep.
Okay, so, excuse me. Let me drink some more of this lovely iced coffee.
I'm waiting for the coffee maker to heat up now. Just so you know. Okay.
It's like taking medicine, y'all. I can't do it. Woo!
Don't worry. The calories don't worry.
I listen. I said that I'm gonna try different stuff for y'all.
It's worth it. It's always worth it.
No.
You never know until you try.
I know now. Okay, now I know.
Here you go.
It just doesn't hit it for a sister. I'm telling you. Okay, so these allergy pills are okay. She has my coffee water ready. Okay, I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna drink this whole thing. I'll drink half of it. How about that? Is half good?
That's good.
Because I'm freezing. It's cold in here. Anyway, but for those people who like this iced coffee stuff,
you drink 32 ounces.
They drink all kinds of flavors: vanilla, hazelnut. I don't know how you can taste any of the flavors. It's so cold.
Can't forget that.
But hey, to each his own. That's all I'm saying. To each his own. Okay, they have all kind of flavor upgrades, and the pro tip is freeze the coffee. They want you to freeze the coffee into mini ice cubes.
I was thinking that they could put different flavors.
They need to put some more. This need to be stronger. That's all I can say. Stronger. I'll say it again. Say it with me, y'all. Stronger. Okay, so I'm gonna get over here and start seasoning up this stuff. It's not a big deal. What I am going to do though is I'm going to do a little roux because I want a little roux for my shrimp. Shrimp takes no time to cook, as you well know. You know. Also, I need some bay leaves. I need bay leaves, and I need all. You know, I forgot about all my herbs and seasonings. Yes. Hey.
What?
I was saying what cosmic make it better, do it faster. You know what? Yeah. You right. Okay. Let me go get my herbs, y'all, and I'm gonna get this stuff seasoned up, okay? Okay, so let's get this over here. Let me move out the way. I'm gonna get I don't know how I forgot my herbs. How did I forget my herbs? How did y'all let me forget my herbs?
We can't forget the herb
Yes.
best.
How did I forget the herb best? Let's see who I'm gonna use. I'm gonna have parsley, and parsley. No. I got a lot of parsley, y'all. Oh my goodness. What else do I have here?
I guess she wants to be center stage.
The number one.
I don't see my basil.
Number one. It's in there. Just
What's
how
in
about you
my
sweet cheese top? It's in a skit.
I don't see
it. It is.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna let her do this because you know I'll never find anything in my kitchen.
I'm
Ever.
just trying to speed up the process.
Ever, y'all.
You know,
And I need butter. How can I live?
I found it.
Okay. How can I live my life without butter? Come on.
Makes all things better.
Okay, so give me one butter for now. So take this back. I don't need that. You can take this. I have too much parsley. Okay, guys. So this was omitted. You gotta have the herbs. You gotta have the herbs. Okay, so I got the Italian herbs. I have the basil and I have the parsley. And for those of you who have not heard me sing these praises over and over, if you're into fresh herbs, this is going to be the best way to keep them. These little tubs will last up to a month. It doesn't last up to a month for me. I say this every single week because I'm forever using it. Now that I've gotten into this, I just can't quit them. I just can't. Anyway, let me get this over here. And we're going to get the computer over here so y'all can kind of see a little something. Meantime, let me get this shrimp out and I'm going to get the fish out so we can get it seasoned up.
I need your coffee.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So, let me get a piece of foil so I can cover my counter.
Okay, mid-transition, bear with us for a second.
Okay, and I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to do 2 pieces because I'm going to do the fish and I'm going to season the shrimp at the same time. You know what? I do this. You know what? No, I'm not.
Transition.
I'm going to do the easy way. Okay? I'm going to do the easy way.
You want double box, right? Just to confirm, double box.
Yeah, double box. Yeah. Okay, so I am not going to use this foil. I'm going to put this foil away. And you know why I'm not going to use this foil? Well, I'm going to use the foil for the fish because I need to lay flat. But for the shrimp, I'm not going to use the foil because I'm going to use the easy way to season, which I prefer that. It's easier. So I'm going to do this, and I think I'm going to put 2 pieces of foil here because when I get the sprinkling, who knows where this stuff will go. So I'm doing this because I don't want the mess. I don't like the mess. I really don't like the mess. And so I kind of cover my counter with foil. And I have these. Well, this one of them, because I was going to do the fish too, but I decided I'm going to do the shrimp in here. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me get this over here. Did I get my bay leaves? No, I didn't. Let me get. Okay, let me get this jewelry off, y'all.
I can grab it. I didn't want to hit you with the door. Excuse me.
Okay. I got it. No, fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, just you can take this jewelry and put it over there out of the way.
Yep.
Okay, so let me move this out the way so I don't knock it over. Move this back so I can have some hip room, y'all. Because I need some space. Okay. Move this over here. Turn it right there. There's a couple of things I'm going to have to get out of my cabinet, like my paprika, because you can't do without that. So it's like, I have to wake up, y'all. See, this is what happens when you don't get your coffee and they give you that over there. Okay. It was good for some people. When I meet them, I'll let you know. Okay, how about that? All right, so I have the baking powder here. Okay, I have my celery flakes and I have my Casey's blessing. I'm just bringing that over. Okay. And this right here, so it's gonna be two different. My favorite word, dynamics going on here. Okay, so
do you want me to put that?
Yes. So beautiful assistant is going to take. I probably need 3. Well, if I had the really thick slice, they claim this is thick slice, but I have some that's even thicker, which that costs $10.99, and it got like 12 slices. So therefore, we're gonna get this one to double it up. But anyway, it tastes good. I will do 3 slices of this. Okay. So she's gonna take 3 slices of that bacon, 3 full slices. She's gonna cut them in half, and then she's gonna stack them, and she's gonna cut them in cubes because I want to use that with my shrimp. Really, really good. Don't trust the process. Trust the process. I'm telling you. So let me get this over here. I am going to make my roux. So, a roux is kind of, and I'm sorry, I'm over here. I'm getting the stuff to make my roux. Usually I don't do a roux unless I'm making gumbo or I'm making etouffee. Because roux are kind of labor intensive. I got a roux shortcut that I do when I'm trying to thicken stuff up, but I can't do that with this. So I gotta do the label. So I'm gonna do the label. Okay. So let me I need my measuring cup, which
one do you need?
I'm gonna need the 4th and the 3rd. Let me see if I can see this. This is a 4th and this is a 3rd.
Yep.
Okay. So when you make, is this a 3rd? This is really little.
Let me see.
That's a 3rd. Oh, it's not an 8.
Let me see.
It looked like it was tell you I can't see.
1/8.
Okay, I knew it was small. I need a 3rd. A 3rd. So I got a 3rd. This is
let me see.
This is the 4th. This is the 4th. So what is this one?
Would be the bigger one.
Okay, I had it. The 4th is right. You just took the 4th away.
No, I didn't. I'm holding all of them here.
Okay, that's the 4th. This is the 4th.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the 3rd.
Okay, cool.
Okay. That's what you get for getting everything in black with black. Right, with black writing on the measuring cups. See, you can't see it. It's here.
It's so dark.
Right here on the label right there. I'm like, which one is it? Anyway, so
She could have gave you the one to bring.
do I need to eject these corny people out of our show? Tell me. Tell me something good. Yeah. So I am going to use a 1/4 cup of oil. Why am I using a 1/4 cup of oil? Because that is what I'm going to put my roux in. Now you can make a roux, you can melt butter and do it too, but you gotta be really fast because you don't want the butter to burn. You want the flour to cook. So I'm using some oil. Let me get my spatula, my wooden spatula, which I don't see in the drawer, so I'm assuming it's here.
Probably not.
Okay.
I think you might have missed it.
Probably not, she says. Okay.
I'll find it for you.
See, you can tell that I don't arrange my kitchen because I don't know
Tell me
anything is.
But I promise you, it's in there.
Okay, well, she's gonna find my spatula. Okay, this is annoying me.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
See how I can
Yeah,
find
that
everything?
one, and I'm gonna move this back some more. She can find everything because she has everything in her in the way she wants it. Okay, although I'm the cook, but she got it arranged the way she wants it. Go figure. Doesn't that just get you? This is why I am telling you. This is why my mother did not allow people in her kitchen. This is why. This is why. Okay, nah. I'm not trying to hear that noise. Okay, so anywho, I'm gonna move this back. So as I was saying, I'm first gonna spray my pan. But before I do that, let me get the shrimp inside a bag. I'm gonna season it up. It's not a lot of. What are you doing?
No, I was saying, do you need another bag?
No, I have a bag here. Okay. So I'm gonna take this shrimp, and this is about a pound and a half of medium-sized shrimp. You can use any kind of shrimp you like, whatever. See, I go with what's cheapest. What I won't buy is the really, really small ones unless I'm making like a shrimp salad. Okay. Then, and I'm putting it in like pasta. Then yeah, I'll do that. Then I'll have to cut it up. But other than that, I need for it to have a little bit of something going on. So I'm gonna put this in here. And I'm gonna put my seasonings in here, and I'm gonna massage it in, and then it'll be nice and seasoned and ready when I finish with my roux. Because the roux is gonna take a little second. And like I said, if you're in a rush, you don't have to do it like this. I have another way that you can do it, but I haven't made this in a bit, and I want to do it the old-fashioned way.
Auntie Pam says that she finally got her celery flakes. She had to order them because she couldn't find them at any of her grocery stores.
I told you that you may have to order it. Good, but listen, use it like I use that saffron. But it's worth it. I'm telling you, it is really worth it. Why do I have 3 of these?
What? Of what?
Of those freeze bags.
I don't know.
Took out 2.
Might have been stuck together.
No, this is the old one. That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just throwing this stuff away, y'all. I didn't leave you. Anywho. Okay, I don't want it too small.
Yeah, I'm just cutting it into cubes.
Okay, yeah, that don't look like cubes. That look like Jason been at it. She's over here Jasonizing my bacon, y'all.
Y'all will see.
Okay.
It'll look great.
I can't have that. Okay, so let me move that out the way. Let me get over here. So I'm trying to decide which one. Okay, I will probably do. Okay, in here. So let me move this over here. Let me get my shrimp. I'm going to get my shrimp over here closer to me. That's what I'm going to do. Over here. So I'll use that. As you notice, my favorite skillet, it finally went on to another world, to the skillet world in the sky. So I'm waiting for somebody else. So another one is to come in. Yeah, I'm sad. So can we have a moment of silence for the 12-inch Ninja skillet that did a good job in this house? Everybody. Bow your head. Thank you, skillet. Okay, let's go. So, exactly. So I got my shrimp, and I'm going to start to season. So I'm going to let you guys see what I put up in here. Oh, garlic. Anyone? Yes. I'm just forgetting all these ingredients, y'all. Okay, so I hope this is enough. So, I'm really fond of this Spice World squeezable garlic. However, it's cheaper to get the Spice World in the jar.
Now, hold on.
Okay.
Let me let you know, though. The liquid that's in this isn't as, flexible as that one, so it doesn't squeeze.
Okay, but okay, I got you. Because I told her to save the squeeze bottle and put it in here, so.
But you can show them the bottle.
Okay, but this right here listen, this is 16 ounces, right? And it's the same price as this, which is 9.5 ounces. So you do the math. Yeah, I use a lot of it, so I said, okay, I'm gonna suck it up. I'm paying for a squeeze bottle, really? So anyway, I'm gonna put a little bit of this in here, just a teeny tiny bit, because I'm going to fry some up too. So probably a half of teaspoonful of the minced garlic right here on the shrimp. And she's right, it won't come out the same way. Okay, so let's see if I squeeze it, what'll happen.
It'll get a little pop.
I'm not getting
Careful,
anything.
you gotta shake it down.
Oh, this is too much like work. This really is. So we're gonna have to just get this. We gonna just scoot in. Give me a spoon. Because I'm not doing this. See, she didn't warn me about this before I got on national TV and looking like a nut.
Well, I did just told you.
You just told me just now.
I didn't know you were gonna need that.
Okay.
That's my fault.
Okay. I can't. So I'm gonna have to use the back of this spoon, and I'm gonna take a half a teaspoon, just a little. She right. It's much drier. The squeezable one has more a liquid to it, and so it's easier to squeeze. So we just say that it's squeezed. Okay. We won't tell anybody. Don't tell nobody, y'all. Okay. I'm swearing you the secret. Anyway, so I'm putting a half a teaspoon of garlic in here, and let me just bend that down. I can't tell whether you can see or not because this little screen's so small.
Let me yeah, we can see that.
Okay, so now after I did that, I'm going to take my celery. And as I was telling you guys, the celery flakes, they come in big, and then they are some are really crushed up really good. So what I do is, if I'm not going to wet these, then I will kind of crumble them up like that over it. But I know this is going to be wet, so I'm not going to stress it. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there because I'm going to be putting some of this in my roux also. But that's once the roux starts doing this thing. Okay. But I'm just, like I said, I live in the world of layering flavors. That has worked best for the taste. I'm just telling you, you need to try it. So now I'm going to do my Casey's Blessing. And this right here has no sodium, no anything. So I'm just going to let it rain. Now you have to judge as far as the one that you get. So I'll say I got about a tablespoonful of Casey's Blessing in there. Maybe a little more, but it's not going to add any salt. So I can kind of go ham if I want to. So I have that. I got to get me some pepper. And what else do I need? I'm going to get a little bit of my Sazon. I'm going to do a little cayenne pepper. And I'm going to take my salt out just in case I need it. Okay. Ooh, I know what I'm going to use, guys. I'm going to use some Old Bay seasoning. I'm going to use like a quarter teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. I'm just feeling that today. And I really don't really use it that much, but I'm going to use that today. Just a quarter teaspoon, just very little, just a little bit. Okay, so that'll be just like that. You see, you get it just like that. For those of you that need to measure, get a quarter teaspoonful measuring. I'm going to take my cayenne pepper, and that's another quarter teaspoonful because I don't want it too hot, just a little sprinkle. And I have some Sazon. Sazon, low sodium, or this has no sodium. Actually, this is no salt, no MSG. And that's what you want to look for if you're watching those dynamics as far as, you know, what you intake. Just get a sprinkle of that. That will be a half a teaspoonful. And then I have some nice black pepper. And I'm going to do a half a teaspoonful of the black pepper. Or more. Okay. And then I'm going to close it up. You see, I didn't put the salt on. The salt will be the last resort, okay? That will only happen if once I finish this product, it needs a little salt, okay? I'm kind of banking that it won't because after I finish flavoring it up, and let me get you guys back up here so I can stop talking to the table. And so this is an easy way to fully distribute your seasonings without getting your hands dirty. Okay? Because I don't want to get my hands dirty. Okay, so see, this is why you don't like using other people's computers, because I'm looking at all kinds of pop-ups here that are in my way of seeing you guys. Okay, so let me just get it here, and I just want to get it fully coated. Oh, and I just moved it. Okay. And I need to get my paprika. That's what I forgot. So let me get my paprika because I need that. And where are you? Paprika. Okay, I got all of these things falling down. Okay.
It should be on the thing. Unless you pulled it already.
No, I did not pull the paprika. Paprika may be up here somewhere. I have not. So this is, yeah. Okay, I got it because you turning on pots and everything else. Okay.
Keep it from bouncing away. Oh, you can continue. There it is.
Okay.
It was in a different type of bottle.
Yeah. Okay. So,
sorry, I just want to put that back and close this.
And stop turning my oven on. See, this is the thing about this oven here. If you brush against it, it turns on. So I'm going to put a half a teaspoonful of this paprika in this bag. Because in this particular paprika, and I had another one up there. Is my smoked one all gone? Okay, I got to get some more smoked paprika. Because, you know, paprika does have a flavor depending on the kind you get. This is just the regular one. This is not smoked. All right, so I'm going to put that in here, close it up, and kind of rub it all together. So, as I was saying, so we got this. We're going to sit this to the side, y'all. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my fish over here and season it. Because the roux's going to take a second. I can kind of double dip. So that's what I'm going to do. And like I said, seasoning for the fish, pretty much what you want. Okay, for the fish, I'm going to use a little bit of garlic powder because, of course, I'm putting a batter, not a batter, but a little coating on it. So let me get over here, get that turned around there, and let me get my fish on here. The key to a good coating is to have your fish not wet. So let me make sure that it's dry as it needs to be. And that's with chicken or anything. If you're frying something, you don't want it to be wet. So I'm going to get a couple of paper towels. And I'm going to put it out here. I'm going to lay these little fish on there. If my foil will decide to stay still, it'd be nice. Okay. And I'm going to take these out. And as I was telling you guys, these are some pretty nice size tilapia. Really nice size. Okay, so they have a little condensation on them from being in that bag. So I'm going to make sure they're completely dry. So I'm laying them out on this paper here, as you can see. And I'm going to turn that over, and then I'm going to put some more paper towel there. And then you will see once I press this that it did have quite a bit of moisture in here. So I usually take them and I do this, and then I'll kind of fold them over and roll them this way, and then I'll squeeze just like that. So I can make sure I get all of any kind of wetness. I want it as dry as I possibly can get it. So let me sit that back there. Get rid of this. I'm going to toss this in the garbage. I'll be right back with you. And while I do that, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm glad I have the other bag because I'm going to have to put my flour in this bag once I take the flour out, once I measure it out. So I'm going to measure out a 1/3 cup of flour. Okay, now the thing with a roux is you start with this 1/4 cup of oil, 1/3 cup of flour. But if you need to add more, you can do that. Okay, you can adjust as you go along, but this is just a basis because I want to have like a little gravy thing going on. So this is the only reason why I'm doing the roux. I could do a couple of things. I could actually saute this in butter, put a little bit of cream in it, and it'll thicken up. But yeah, I figured I'll show you how to do a roux. Anyway, because I want a dark gravy. So, anywho, I have my 1/3 cup. Here, that's going to be my flour. This is 1/4 cup is going to be my oil. And if I need to put a little bit more oil in there, I will. But I start with the 1/3 cup. Actually, the opposite. I start with a 1/4 cup of the oil and a 1/3 cup of the flour. So that's going to look about like that. So let me get that here. Let me spray my pan first. And I'm going to do my roux. Yeah, I'll do my roux in here. So I'm going to get this over here. I think I'll do I really want to get the fish on this side. And I'm going to do the roux over here closest. So we move this over. Let me spray my pan. Just like that. Okay, it's a little spray. See, like I said, this is supposed to be the new one and not stick. We're gonna find out in a minute because I don't really use this pan that much because you have to really watch the heat on this. These pans heat up really quickly, which is not a bad thing, but when you're used to cooking with something else, it can be daunting. So you have to pay attention. You can't be a talker like me. So I'm putting it on a 5 to heat it up a little. And once it gets heated, I'm going to put this oil in. And then I'm going to put my flour in. So let me close that up. Let me get my flour ready because I know that I'm going to have to put this in quickly. And I'm trying not to get flour all over everything because that's another thing with the flour. Most times when you're just opening up the flour, there's always a little flour residue right there at the seam. And then I open it up and then it's all over me. So I'm not trying to do that. So I'm going to put a little bit in here, try to get it in this little measuring cup. Let me use my spoon. Okay, what did I do with my spoon? Don't know where that went. So, oh, here it is. There's so much stuff on this thing, I can't tell. So, no, I need all of this. So I'm just leaving it here. And I'm just going to get this filled up right there. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And then if I need to do a little more, then I will. But I got my third cup of oil. I got my 4th cup of flour. And that's a level 4th cup. As level as you can get it. Right there, just like that. And I'll put this back over here. And get this little bit of excess flour that got on my table off. And rinse my hands off. Okie dokie now. All right, so let's see. That pot is getting hot on a 5, so it should be ready in a couple of seconds. And then I'll put the oil in. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna put the oil in now. This pot is ready, so I'm gonna heat up my oil. Just get it inside here. And wipe that off. All right, so I'm waiting for that to heat up. And then what I'm going to do once I get it heated, I'm going to take the flour and I'm going to incorporate it and start stirring. And that's the key to the roux. You want your roux. Now for this, because I'm making a brown gravy, the roux, I need it to look the color of a penny. Okay, so if you remember what a penny looks like, that's the color that you want your roux to get to, but you're going to have to stir and stir and stir and stir and stir. So be patient. Patience is a virtue. Yes, it is.
So a nice copper color.
Yeah. But if you're not sure, find a penny and take that penny, put it up against that, then you know that you cooking with gas. Okay, so let me check the fish and see if it's dry enough. And if it is, then we're going to put it out here. And I think it is. And then I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. Even though it had been dried, it still had some moisture to it. Because I'll show you on this paper towel what it looked like. Now it's completely dry. Okay, so if you can see, you see the little water spots there? Yeah. So you want to make sure that that does not exist. Okay, so let me get this over here. I usually, when I season my fish, I do it the inside first. So I turn it over, and then I do the top side second when I flip it. Okay. All right, so this is almost ready for me to put my flour in. Now, you can put it in a little sooner if you want. I'm going to need a mouse because your father's computer has a zillion pop-ups. He needs to, disable his pop-ups because he got a notification for everything, and it's very distracting. Okay, so that way I can get it out of my way. I know you guys can't see it, but it's annoying to me.
Do you need this?
Yes, I do. Okay, so There you go. All right. So this is ready. So now I'm going to, as I was saying, you can put your flour in when it's a little colder. It's best when you put it in when it's hot or hotter. You don't want it too hot. But I'm going to get the flour in. So I'm going to put the flour in. Just like that. And I'm not going to do a little at a time. Well, it didn't work that way. But you usually want to just kind of get a little at a time. And then you start stirring. And what's going to happen is it's going to start incorporating in that oil or your butter, if that's what you choose to use, right away. And you want it to incorporate. And you may get a few little lumps, but you want to make sure that when you're doing the roux and you're stirring, that all of the flour gets wet from the oil. So I'll show you in a minute. And you just keep stirring. And what's happening, it will start cooking your flour. And so you're just going to stir until it gets the color you want it to be. And you may want to even turn it up a little bit. See, the higher the heat, the more attentive you're going to need to be to this pan. Because it will brown, and you don't want to over brown it. You don't want it to burn. So this is what I'll do. So now, if you look here, and I got to do pretty quickly, you see how it's all smooth and liquidy? You just keep on stirring. Just like that. Keep on stirring. And because mine is not on that high, I can kind of leave it for a second, let it kind of cook, and then I'll kind of check it. But I want to get over here and start seasoning this fish. So I'm going to put this over here. And what I am going to do, and like I said, for the most part, I don't really use my meat tenderizer on fish, but I'm going to do it on this because I want this to be moist on the inside and not dry. So this little quick brine right before I get ready to cook it is going to help it if it was open, right? I have one that's open. Okay, so let me stir because it's starting to brown. And see, as this cooks, if it's not thickening enough like I want it to and it stays watery, then I'll add some more flour. Okay, but for now, I'm going to give it a moment. I'm just going to put a little bit of the meat tenderizer on both sides of this. Just like that, just a little. And I only do this right before I'm getting ready to cook it. I wouldn't do it ahead of time because the fish would just disintegrate. It really would. Okay, but this will ensure that you have moistness when you bite. You have crunch on the outside, moistness on the inside. So after I do that, I'm simply going to take a little bit of my Casey's Blessing. I'm going to hit it. And everything you do on one side, guys, you want to do it on the opposite side. That's the key. So let me get it on here, just like that. And I'll put this over here. And then I'm going to do pretty much the same seasons. I don't like this Sazon, so I'm going to do a little bit of that. Let me stir. See, I can pat my head and rub my stomach at the same time. Y'all, look at that pot going around in circles. All right. And so I'm not going to do any of this because that's enough for me. I don't need a whole lot of that, of the Old Bay. I'm going to do a little bit of cayenne, though, because I need a little bit of heat. Just a sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle, just like that. And some black pepper, which is already over here. Okay, so let me get a little of that. Oh, and I want a little bit of garlic powder and some onion powder. That's what I want in both of those things. I dare to look to see if it's here.
It's on this level.
Because, yeah.
Try to keep those close to the bottom.
She keeps telling me what's here, and I don't see any of it. Okay, I see garlic, and I don't see any onion.
The onion may not be a dollar.
Okay, I can tell that. Okay, well, let me stir my roux, please.
Can I move? I'm going to go around the other side.
Go around the other way. Okay. This is why I take my stuff out ahead of time, y'all, because I never know what they do to my kitchen when I'm not down here during the week. And this is what they do. Okay, let's see. I think this is it. Okay, I got it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of onion powder. I'm gonna put a little bit of onion powder in my shrimp also. I already have the garlic. So this is still going, y'all. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of onion powder on this. Now, for people who don't want to do all this, you know what? You can just do some salt and pepper. You can just do the seasoning and pepper or whatever, however you want to do it. You know, like I said, I'm just doing it up with all the flavors here because it's gonna taste good. And just a little bit. And like I said, these are just sprinkles. You are dressing your fish at this point. So there are not any measurements. You look and see. You want to make sure that it's covered. When the fish is totally covered, then that's enough seasoning. It's just that simple. If you see any empty spots, you need to cover them. All right, so I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Just like that. So I'll just start with the closest thing, which is the Sazon. Just a little bit on there. And then I'm going to grab this and let's see. I got everything over here. I got my cayenne pepper. Just a little sprinkle. Just a little, just like that. I don't do a whole lot of that. I have the garlic powder. Just like that. And the onion powder. And then Casey's blessing. And then I'll put the pepper on last. See, all of my fish, all of the meats and fish and stuff that I have in poultry, they have to have clothes on. They can't go into their cooking stage without having to be dressed up. They have to be dressed up. Okay, so we have it like this. Let me get the pepper on here. Let me stir some more. And this is starting to brown. You know, and like I said, you have to watch it. You have to watch it because you don't want it to burn. And if it's just your first time making a roux, I suggest, be really, really cognizant. Don't do what I'm doing. Unless you can. Okay. If you can, then do it. So, now we have our fish all coated, and I will show you. You see? It's coated on both sides. This is what you want your fish to look like. But we're not done yet. So I'm going to show you something. Then we're going to take this and I'm going to get my trusty baggie. And I'm going to stir this again. And see, I'm only able to do this like this because it's on a medium heat. Now, if I take it up, I'd have to stand there and I would have to stir. So I'm going to do about a cup of this flour. Okay, and I'm going to put in this bag. And when I get in this bag, I'm going to season the flour. Because if you don't season the flour and you have a coating on here, I'm here to tell you it's going to be the blandest thing you ever tasted. Okay, so I'm going to do about a cup because I have those 3 in there. Maybe a cup and a half of flour. And then I can close this up. And then I'm just going to season it. I'm going to put a little bit of the Sazon in there. About a half a teaspoonful, and I'm going to put just a pinch of this baking soda. Let me stir again. So see, it's thickening up and it's getting darker. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I have to be really quick because my stovetop will go off when it's not getting connection. But do you see it start? If you can see, it's starting to brown. Can you guys see? That is starting to brown. Okay, let me get it back over here so we keep cooking because it's about to go off. As soon as you take that pot off of that eye.
So what color would you say that?
This is beige. Yeah. I don't want that because that signifies that it's not done yet. Right. Okay. So well, for what I'm doing now, you can get it almost to this color. If you're doing like a white sauce and you want to do a roux, you don't want it to get too dark. Okay, but that's why I like to do my little hack when I do white sauces. Anyway, where was I? So I put the Sazon in here, And I'm going to put my Casey's blessing all up in here because this is nothing but herbs and spices. That's it. So I'm going to put a lot of that in here. And then I'm going to put a little bit of pepper. Just a sprinkle or so in there. And I'm going to put some paprika. Why am I putting paprika? Well, this particular paprika doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, but it gives a nice color. And remember, once I open up this this baking powder, I'm going to put a pinch in there. So I'm going to put about a half of teaspoonful of paprika in here. You don't want to put too much because it'll over brown. And then you'll have Cajun tilapia, which is not a bad thing if that's what you want, but we're not going for that. All right, so let me open up this baking powder. All righty. And I will take this little plastic teaspoonful, and I'm just going to take on this, I'm going to take half of this teaspoonful, just a little bit in here, and I'm going to put it in there. Maybe a little bit more. 3/4 of that, just a little more. Now, this is supposed to help with the crispiness, keep it crisp. So let me get that over here, get that out the way. And I'm going to tell you, you'll start smelling this root will smell like a nutty flavor. If you know what a nutty flavor smells like. People are always giving these analogies of what stuff smells like. You're like, okay, I don't know what that smells like. A peanut, a walnut, exactly. But that's big time chef talk. You get a nutty aroma. Okay. Just don't burn it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna close it up, and then I mix up my coating with the flour, just like that. I'm still going, and I think I'm gonna put just a little pinch of salt in here, just in case, because I hate nothing more than a piece of bland tilapia. Tilapia doesn't have a whole lot of flavor anyway. And then when you don't season it, it's okay, just like that. So a little sprinkle, a little dab of douya. And you know what I need? If you could do for me, beautiful assistant, that rack where I could put the fish on it so it can kind of air dry and not hit the bottom. Now, this is a good trick. If you have like a little rack or something, and you coat something, you put it on there, let it sit, and let the air hit it so it can really dry out. It'll cook very well after doing that. But if you don't have a rack, you can sit it on like some foil or something like that. The reason why the rack is good because then it starts to get moist somehow. You know, the air is circulating when you can lift it up off of whatever.
I can explain why that happens.
Okay, well, if we can hear you, that's nice.
Well, the moisture in the meat or whatever substance you have there.
Can you guys hear Corey? He's explaining why that happens.
So what happens if any type of moisture in the meat or whatever it is that you're cooking will start to go to the bottom because it
it settles.
Right. Well, you keep working while he's talking.
I was curious too. That's
okay, but we gotta work and be curious at the same time.
Right, it will start to settle at the bottom, but if you have air circulating beneath it, it will dry it out as that happens.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense. So gravity. Here you go. And then
okay, so I don't need to do that. Usually I'll put it on, but you won't need it for later because I'm gonna drain it on here. But for now, I'm just gonna put a piece of foil underneath here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put the foil on this.
Well, that's when I get ready to drain it. Yes. Okay, you can set that up. But for now, I'm just trying to dry it.
Okay.
I got the wrong thing. It's not foil. All right. So I'm going to put a little piece of foil underneath there so I don't get flour all over my counter yet again. And this way, I can put my fish on here and it'll be lifted after I get it out of the flour. And it can dry a little. Okay, let me get the stirring. It's getting darker. Now instead of a light beige, it looks like a coffee that looks like that coffee right there. It looks the same color of the coffee that coffee I don't want to drink. I'll show you. Okay.
Oh, the ice one.
The iced coffee. Now the roux looks this color. It's not ready yet, guys. So no, you don't want that. So you keep going. I tell you the roux can take a less time, but I'm slow bopping because I'm trying to do two things at once. And I want to be able to get this fish on here. So that's why I'm taking the slow roll. But you can do it at maybe about a medium high. But you just have to stay here and you have to stir. And stir and stir. So now I'm going to take my seasoned tilapia. And I'm going to put one in here. And I'll do one at a time because I only have 3. Normally, I'll have more flour and I will do more than one at a time. But I only have 3 for now, in case these kids taste it and decide they want some, and then I'll have to cook some more.
Oh, I didn't put them in the freezer. You have to taste that with the cake.
Yeah, so. And I did. It was a good buy, too, because I got, 6 pieces, nice size, and it was like $13, so that wasn't too bad. So as you see, fully coated, just like that. Nicely coated. And, that's how we do it. And we're going to put this over here. Let me get my hand in here, get all yucky. Then you shake it. This is what you call a dusting. Okay. This is a dusting. This is going to give me enough crunch, but it's going to let me allow my tilapia to have some integrity and not just a bunch of some fried crunchies. Okay, so you see? And so now I'm going to lay Mr. Tilapia here. I'm going to get Mrs. Tilapia and their teenage daughter too. Okay? And put it in here. Okay? The rest of the kids are waiting for later. That is the kid tilapias. Okay? And I'm not going to wash my hand now because I just got to stick it right back in here. So when I'm all said and done, then I'll wash this stuff off of me. And see, that's what I said. I hate this. The flour is still getting on my... Let me do it over the sink. And there's no hole in the bag this time, but these some flimsy bags. I will never buy these bags again. They are so flimsy. Berkeley Jensen. That won't be buying you anymore. Trying to get a bargain. Sometimes it's better to get things that are sturdy instead of trying to get things that are cheap, because in the long run, you end up having to pay more anyway because they don't function like you want them to. Now, I'm not saying everything that's expensive is better, but some things you just want to make sure. And I usually get a store brand, but I don't get this store brand. And I won't do that ever again. Because getting extra boxes of it, I might as well just have the other one with the less. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm having to use more of them. Let me put this last little piece of fish in here, and then I can clean this mess up. This is so annoying me. Okay. All right. Let me get over here. Let me stir with the hand that's not too dirty. Oh, this is getting nice and brown. Okay, I won't move it too much because I only have one hand and my pan is going around in circles. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, get this last little piece done. Okay, just like that. Okay. See, if my husband would get on camera, I'm gonna tell you, he's the grits person. He makes these grits. He knows how to make good grits. So I asked him how he makes his, and he told me. So we're gonna see if it works, y'all. Because he won't come and do it for me. All right. So I got all of that. Let me close this up. And I still got time to tidy up the counter before I have to stir again. So let me get this in the trash. And I'll wash my hands and wipe the counter down, and then I'll stir again. All right, because I smell it. If you were here and you could smell it, you'll know what I'm talking about, the smell. I'm just going to rinse this flour. Well, I mean, I got flour all the way up. I got flour everywhere. Flour all the way up the sleeve. Okay. Wipe this off. And just stir, because yeah, it's doing its thing. See, it's almost there, y'all. Now it looks like the coffee color that I like. All right, so let me move this over, get this cleaned off. I really don't want to get flour all over me. And yeah. Then I'm going to get this fish on. Because my roux is almost ready. Okay, so I'm letting the fish, let the air dry it. Now, this is what I'm fixing here. You know, you're not limited to this being breakfast or brunch. This can be a dinner, and it's an economical dinner. You know, nobody says, my 15-year-old son says to me, oh, that's not dinner food. Dinner food is whatever you want to eat. Breakfast food is whatever you want to eat. There's nothing that says anything that you can't have what you want for. It's called nutrition. Because somewhere in the world, it's a different time anyway. So when you're eating breakfast on the other side of the hemisphere, they're eating dinner. So think about that. Oh, this is getting perfect.
Besides, breakfast just means to break the fast. You're breaking the fast with whatever you decide to eat in that morning.
Yep, that's exactly what it means. So Corey says, breakfast is breaking the fast. That's what Corey says. Because see, they think that y'all can hear now. Okay, when I listen to these things afterwards, I hear, I say, okay, yeah. That's what I hear. I'm like, okay, don't know what they saying. You know, so okay. So I'm wiping this up. This is almost where we needed to be. But I'm going to tell you what I think is going to occur. What I think is going to occur is I'm going to have to add a little bit more flour. Also, another thing, you can use water when we need to add liquid, but I like to use chicken stock instead if I'm doing something that's not beef. Then I need a gravy. So, with chicken stock, and I do low sodium, and it's just a teeny tiny bit. Now, like I said, my thing, I'll really know, and I think I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more in here. Now, the reason why I got to be careful is because once you're going to saute your vegetables up in here too. Once you get those vegetables in there, the vegetables is going to seize up this liquid. You see what I'm saying? It's going to look ugly. You'll be like, oh, did I mess it up? Not to worry. You didn't mess it up. You just made it better. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit more flour in here. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just a little. Just a little sprinkle. That's all. Just one little lump went there. And when I say a little sprinkle, a little sprinkle. So I'm going to incorporate that into this. Just like that. And it should cook up pretty quickly. Because I don't want it, like I said, I don't want it too stiff, but I want to have a nice gravy when I finish with this. And we're almost to that penny dynamic. Let me just stir that just like that. Okay, so this we're where we need to be, if you can see. Can you see the color? Okay, so let me bring that over here. That is the color you want. And it's a little thicker, but it's going to get thicker than that. Watch. I'm going to let it just do its thing for a couple of more seconds. I'm going to spray this pan over here for the fish. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to get my pot over here because we're going to put those grits on in a bit. But we don't want to do it too soon because, you know, grits, they start solidifying, you know, and then you pick it up and it's a grit popsicle. So you don't want to do that. But You can reanimate grits. You know this? You sure can. My husband reanimates them all the time. I'm like, how are you taking these grits to work? He reanimates them with no lumps. Okay, so this is the perfect. This is the beautiful right there. There you go, right there. There's the beautiful. Okay, that's the purdy. Okay, so now we're going to take our vegetables. So normally I would have celery, but I have celery flakes because, like I said, once you try this, you'll be like, celery who? Celery what? I'll use it if I have some buffalo wings to cool me down. But other than that, so I'm going to take a teaspoonful, which is about that, of celery. And I'm going to get it in here a little bit more. Just like that. Then I'm going to get my onion, and my bell pepper. And I'm getting all that up in this piece. Okay. And get all of that in there. And how much of it is this a quarter of a large of each? Or how much?
So half of a bell pepper and about a quarter of an onion.
Okay, half a bell pepper, half medium-sized bell pepper, and a quarter of the white onion. And like I said, I put the bell pepper in first and let that start to sizzling, only because it takes longer for that bell pepper to do its thing. The onion doesn't take that long. And I'll put the garlic in last too because I don't want to burn the garlic. But I'm going to show you something what's happening. You see, you hear sizzle, right? And it's on 5. Now, I'm going to show you, this is how you're going to know how thick your roux is or how thick your gravy is going to be when you start putting your vegetables in. Okay, if you see here how it's starting to kind of seize up, okay, and thicken. I haven't gotten all the vegetables in yet. So I'm going to let this cook for a minute. And then I'll put the rest in. Come on, fish. Stay over there. Do your little thing. The fish says, I'm trying. Okay. That's good. And I don't have to let it, do a whole lot right now because, we got some more cooking to do. So let me get the rest of this. I'm going to put the onion in, and then I'm going to put a teaspoonful of garlic, the minced garlic. And as you see it season up some more. And this is what you want. It's going to end up soaking up all of this oil and that flour that we browned. And that's good. And it's going to coat the vegetables because that's what you want. So let me get that, try to get this out of this blasted thing here. Yeah. I don't want to have a whole clove come out here. So I'm having to do it with the back of this spoon. Get it out here. I won't make this mistake and put this in here again. I didn't know it was a difference, but now I know. It needs some liquid. Maybe I put a little bit of olive oil or something in it. And yeah. Okay, so I got my garlic in here. And I got my onions in there. And everything is just kind of getting coated. Just like that. Okay. Ooh, that smells good. Okay. Get that in there. And I'm going to get a bay leaf. And I am going to use a little Old Bay in here. And I'm going to put a little bit in here now. So the Old Bay, I'm going to do a half a teaspoonful in here. Now, you don't have to do it like that. This is another way. I'm making my shrimp topping more on the style of the etouffee flavor. But you can put tomatoes in this. You can have the traditional seasonings. You do not have to do it this way. Mine is going to have more like a New Orleans style twist to it. Because I just feel like tasting that. And I feel like some gumbo tasting stuff. So that's what I'm doing. But you can do it pretty much any way you want to. You just have to have the basis. And like I said, the roux is important. Very important. So I like to put all of my seasonings, even like my dry seasonings, as I am stir frying this. I like to put my dry seasonings into because once you put the liquid in, it just flavors it up. So I'm going to put a little bit of, and I'm about to make a mess because this top does not come off. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of pepper in here. I'm gonna get some onion powder, although I have onion because it's a different flavor when it's dried. And you see, I am layering my flavors again. And then I'm gonna take my Casey's Blessing, hit it off, just like that. And I'm gonna get my herbs. So my herbs here, I told you, I have some parsley, I have Italian blend, and then I have my basil. So I'm gonna do a pinch of each one. And for those of you who know me and my pinch, I'm gonna get a T-shirt that says a pinch is between your thumb and your forefinger. That's a pinch. And I'm doing a pinch of each one. Ooh, this is brand new. I may do more than a pinch of basil. I like that. So a pinch and a half a pinch. So a bigger pinch. How about that? Okay, we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do a pinch of the parsley. Okay, just like that. All righty. So got that and this. Close that all up. Get my little herbettes back together. Get them over here. Wipe that, and then I'm gonna continue to stir. Let's see, this is pretty much all dried up. I'm all dried up. Yep, she's all dried up. And that smells yum, yummy, yum, yum, yummy. Probably because I'm starving, but it does smell yummy anyway. I ain't gonna tell that lie. Okay, now, this is what it looks like. Now you're gonna determine how thick your gravy is gonna be by how much fluid you put in. So, this is what your roux looks like with the vegetables. You want it to look like that. If it looks drier than this, that means your gravy is gonna be thicker. Okay. And I want mine to be pretty thick, so I probably end up putting another thickener in here probably, or put a little cream on it. It depends, like I said, what it looks like. And I got that. So now I'm going to start with a cup of this chicken broth. So let me get my cup out of here. I don't know why I put it in here. That was not smart. I knew I had to use it. I know why, because I don't really measure, but I'm measuring for you guys' benefits. Okay, because I eyeball this stuff. I don't use all this stuff. I leave that to beautiful assistant and all the youngins that want to measure. Okay, so now I'm gonna flatten this out. I'm not just gonna pour it in. And now what is suggested, I never do it. Heat this up a little, get it at room temperature. Because if you do it at a heat, if it's heated and it goes into this hotness, it's not so much work for you when you're stirring, and it can smooth out easier. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just gonna do stirring. So do as I say and not as I do. Okay. I'm taking the short way around. All right. So now I want you to see what this looks like. That's what it looks like, just like that. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to start with a cup. And as it smooths out, it's going to show me if I need more, because remember, I still got to put my shrimp in here to cook it. So I'm going to start with this and I'm going to do it slowly. You don't want to just dump it all in here at one time. And you start slowly. Slowly. And you stir. And you stir. And you hope your pot stays still. So I'm going to pour mine in because my pot won't stay still. I need 2 hands. So what happens is when you pour it all in at one time, you better get to stir really fast or it'll clump up. Because remember, you got flour in here and oil, and it's clumped up to your vegetables. Okay, so I don't have to make a whole lot of gravy because the only people who are eating this is myself and my husband. Because everybody else got one allergy or another. And for beautiful assistant, she just doesn't like shrimp if it's not fried. So she want me to try cold coffee water. But she won't try my delicious shrimp stuff. So
try.
Mm-hmm. No, that's okay.
I also made you backup coffee.
No,
so.
Listen. Casey doesn't beg people to eat her stuff. But she'll eat it all by her lonesome. Okay, so I'm gonna put another 1/4 cup of fluid in here for now, because I need to have enough to cook my shrimp. I'm gonna because the shrimp's gonna be the last thing I'm putting up in here, y'all. So I gotta make sure that my gravy is doing what it needs to do. And I'm gonna put a little lid on this and let it cook down. You cook those vegetables so they're tender. And then the last thing that I'll do is put my shrimp in, because that's gonna take maybe about 6 minutes. You do not want to overcook shrimp. You overcook shrimp, you're getting rubber bands. That's what you're getting. You're getting something that's spongy and rubbery and it don't taste good. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna get the bay leaves. Now's the time to put your bay leaf in. And what I said about the bay leaves, here you go. What I say about the bay leaves is this. I try to get big ones because bay leaves, they don't break down in liquid. They don't do anything. They do flavor. I wish I could find some fresh bay leaves. I haven't been able to do that yet. Maybe I got to order that on Amazon. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to put a few of them in here. But you want to make sure that you get them out, because you do not want to bite this. So I'm putting 2 big ones. Let me see. 2 nice size ones. I'm putting 2 nice size 3. Well, they're tearing up. I don't want that. Okay, I'm putting 2 big ones and 2 small whole ones that I can see. I need to be able to see it when it finishes cooking. You know what I'm saying? Because I do not, and I repeat, I have bit down on this thing and it cut my gum. So I don't want that. And I don't want that for you. So make sure when you're cooking with these bay leaves like this, these dried ones, that you are going to make sure you get it out before you eat. And that's with any of the stuff that you eat. So let me get a top on this. And I'm going to turn it up just a little. I don't want to turn it up too much, because the higher the heat, what will happen is it'll start thickening too much. So let's see if it'll just simmer. And then when I'm ready to turn it up, I will. All right, so let me wipe this off. Let's get over here and heat up our skillet for our fish. This is going to be pretty simple. Let's hope. And let me turn this on. And I'm going to start it. I went the wrong direction, so I got to do the hard way. I'm going to put it on a 9 so it can start heating, so I can get my oil in there. Now, I'm not going to immerse this fish in oil. I am pan frying. There's a difference in pan frying and deep frying. Deep frying, I'm probably used that whole bottle and more. Pan frying, I'm going to put just enough to coat the bottom of the pan so I can brown my fish on both sides until it's done. So that's the difference. And now I'm thirsty and my coffee's way over there, so I'm going to drink this. Well, I did promise y'all that I would drink half of it. And you know what? As I'm drinking it, it's kind of growing on me a little. It's growing on me because I'm not cold anymore. Because I'm going to tell you, I was cold and I didn't want it. I didn't like that.
So she biased because she's cold.
Listen, I'm so glad you can't hear this nonsense they over here talking. For real. Okay. For real.
Hey!
Yup, by association.
Okay, well, you always play her barrister every time she open up her mouth. So I figured, hey, why not blame you already?
Before you even get a chance.
Yes. Why not just blame you ahead of time? That's what I'm gonna do. Now, eventually, what I will do once I get my shrimp to go in there, you know what I got to add? What? Butter, because butter makes all things what? Better. Yes. So I'm gonna put a little bit of butter up in there. Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah. See, it's there. Oh, this is doing great. I may take it down to 4 or 3. Oh, this is getting hot. I need to get my oil. Where you go? All right, so I'm putting my oil in here now. Now, I know you may be asking yourself, why in the world does she heat up her skillet before she puts the oil in? Well, I'll tell you. This is what I have learned through my cooking life, dears. When you heat up the skillet with the oil in it, you have a higher propensity of the food in there sticking. However, if you heat it up before you put it in and then put your oil in and bring it up to temperature, you don't have that dynamic. That's why. So I hope you understood me when I was speaking chef-like.
Why chef?
Now I'm back to mama. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this over here. I need to get my fish on the other side. And we put this over here. and get my fish over here. So it can be closer to the pan. Okay. Get the coffee pot out the way. Wipe that off. And we shall see what we shall see. I'm just throwing some stuff in the garbage because I need to tidy up just a little bit. Now, I do need that small pan because I hope I didn't throw my bacon out. Here go my bacon right here. I didn't forget about the bacon. I want to brown the bacon up small or separate. So can you pass me the small little pan? I do need that skillet. And I need a top for that. I want to brown my bacon up. And like I said, you can put bacon in or you don't have to. I want that deliciousness. Okay, let me turn it down some more because I don't want to lose all my gravy. So I'm going to put it on a low. Okay, let me spray this. And I need a lid. And I'm going to cook up my bacon. And normally I don't put bacon in when I use this particular recipe. But I just, I'm being adventurous. So I'm going to give it a shot and see. Okay, I think I'll put it over here. More space. Okay, on that eye. Okay, turn it. I'll put it on the right. I'll put it on the right temperature now. Start that back one, and that'll be on high. Okay, I'm gonna get my little water thing so I can do a water test. Just a little. And I'm gonna put my. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna put my screen on here. Like I said, you don't do this unless you have a screen, because this can be dangerous. Okay, and I don't want anybody to get hurt up. So, and I'll be glad when I'm done with this piece of foil and this fish because this stuff is getting flour everywhere. Okay, however, I'm putting it on here and I'm taking just a little bit of water. See, and that's ready. So let me take it down to a 7, or you can use a thermometer and put it in there for the right temperature. I told you I am frontier's woman. I have all these gadgets, but it's just not my nature to use them all. It really isn't. So let me get this in here. Let's get the biggest piece. But this skillet won't take but so much. And you don't ever, when you are cooking food, especially when you're frying stuff, you don't ever want to crowd your pan. When you crowd the pan, what it does, it lowers the temperature of what's ever in there. So I'm going to leave this. I was going to see if I can put another one in here, but let's see. Because I needed to have room so I can turn this. Okay, I'm going to put my top on. It was able to fit 2 because one of them is not as big as the other. Let me turn this down to a 5 and turn my hood on. Because it's getting smoky. Okay. So, I know what I did. Okay, this needs to go down. I'm going to take this down, the back one down. I'm going to put the bacon in there. I'm going to take that down and put my bacon in so it can start cooking. And so we're going to set a timer. So let me set this timer for, I'm going to see what I get in 2 minutes. So we can have an exact time to see how long it takes to brown on this side. Because it doesn't take much to cook this fish. You don't cook fish long when you're frying it at these temperatures. So I'm taking this bacon and I'm putting it back here so it can brown. And everything will be ready at the, to go inside the sauce we have. Okay, so I got that there. Get this over here. And I need another wooden something or another. So I got that, and then just break this bacon up a little, just like that, so it can cook. And then I'm going to put the top on this bacon because it'll help it cook quicker, and it won't be splattering all over the place. Okay, so I got that like that. And let me get what I will get are these handy dandy little things here that hold your spoons and things so your counters don't get dirty. Okay, so I'll do that for that, and this for this, and put that in there. Beautiful assistant, since your father told you the recipe, you can put the fluid on so we can get this these grits started if you like. And I think I want to use
Where's it gonna go? You're all right?
back there. I think. Well, when I finish with okay, not yet. She's saying, where's it gonna go? It's not gonna be spit. It probably won't be enough space because these pots are kind of wide. So I'm gonna wait until the bacon gets done because it doesn't take the grits that long because these are quick grits. But I'm cooking them on top of the stove because you get a better result than when you microwave. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, let me just get this back here. Let me throw this away. And are you gonna need a cup or something?
He said to use one cup measurement, and he said 4 cups to 1 cup.
Okay, so that's supposed to be the time for the fish. Let's see where we at.
So 4 cups of, are we using the chicken broth or?
I'm thinking I want to use chicken broth. I'm thinking I want to use chicken broth. Okay, so I'm gonna get my spatula, and usually I get a spatula and I'll get a fork. So I'm just gonna lift it to see if it is brown. So if it's not 2 minutes, then it's gonna be more time than that. So let me lift this because you know I did take the heat down. So when you take the heat down, it's gonna be a little bit different. So I'm gonna get a fork. Okay, I heard you. Let me turn you off. Okay. All right. So, yep. Let's see what happens at 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes browns it on one side. So this is going to be my first flip. So what I do is I put my spatula underneath. I take my fork flat side down. And the reason why I do this is because I don't want to disturb the coating. You know, the coating on the other side is not cooked. You know, so if you do it the wrong way, you're going to remove the coating of flour and seasoning. So that's why I do it like this. And then this keeps me from the risk of it splattering or something when I'm flipping it. Okay, so I did that on both sides. So 2 minutes on one side. Okay, and that is only because it was up on 7. So we're going to put another timer on. And let's see. Put our little handy dandy lid on. Move this fish out the way. And I think we can start getting our thing ready to put the fish on because it's going to be done soon. And so I'll put this on here. So all I'm doing, guys, is putting some foil on top of this cookie sheet because the rack is going to fit in the cookie sheet when I'm done so it can drain the fish. And it drains better like this, like I said, when nothing's touching, and then you don't get something to get going soggy on you. Because remember, I don't have a whole lot of batter on here. But I don't want a whole lot of batter, but I do want a little bit of crunch. Wipe that up. I don't use. Do I have more chicken on top?
Yeah.
Because I know you're gonna have to use quite a bit.
Yeah. I have to use 4 cups.
Now some people will put cream or they'll put milk inside their grits once they're done to help them be creamy. But my husband doesn't have to do that. He does it with water. And then he adds, you know, his little additives to it. So we'll see. Then I'm just checking the bacon. Just checking the bacon. Okay, that was 2 minutes again. Let's see where we're at. Okay, just a second. So bossy. This is a bossy stove. No patience. Okay, let's see. Now, mind you, I have this on a medium heat. Yep, that's brown on that side. So this is going to be my second flip. So I'm flipping the side that I just browned. Let me make sure. But sometimes it's still a little bit soft. Okay, I don't want it to break because this fish is coming apart. Yep, and it broke. But it's brown. And it's nice and moist. Okay, that was the second flip. So I'm gonna let it brown a little bit on this side now. Okay. Put it on another 2 minutes. See what we get. So far, 2 minutes on one side, 2 on the other. And this fish is so moist until it literally is falling apart. That's what the meat tenderizer does for everything. Let me check my little sauce here. My little sauce stopped. I think I need to take it up a little higher. My sauce said I'm at a standstill. I'm not doing nothing. It's just sitting here. I had it on a low flame, so that's like a really low simmer. It needs a little bit more than that, but I am trying not to let all my liquid evaporate. But I do want it to cook. It's just sitting there being lazy. Go figure. Okay, so let me check this out. Okay. Boy, I hate cooking with flour. It is such a mess. Get good results, but hey, it's a mess. And I'm going to turn this up just a little to a 7. So that's a medium for my oven, for my stove rather, stove top. Let me get my spoon and check my bacon. I'm going to take my bacon up too because I want it to crisp. And right now it's steaming, which is fine because that's going to get it cooking, but I want it to crisp. I don't need to have to wait forever. Okay, that's good. So it's coming up. Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, and I think it needs a little bit more time, so I'm going to give it another 30 seconds. Because it was cooking kind of slow, y'all. And what I'm going to do, now I'm going to take this because I'm going to put the fish on the rack that I had the other fish on. I'm going to clean that rack off and put it on here. And that way the fish can drain the oil and it won't be sitting in the oil when it's laying flat. So wipe that off. And I think it's safe enough for me. I think it's dry enough. It's safe enough for me to take this piece of fish off of here and just kind of lay it on this foil until I can get it into the skillet, which is going to be a couple of minutes. And then I'll clean this off. And dry it off. Like that. And then it'll be ready for the cooked fish. And that way, because like I said, I don't want my fish to be overly crisp. You can make it as crispy as you like. I'm not trying to do that. I want to be able to taste the integrity of the flavors, that little crisp, all the flavors together. That's what I'm aiming for. Okay, and that's not sitting the way I want it to sit. Got to get it in here even. Okay. like that. All right, let me check this side. But I want it to be brown, but I don't want it to be burnt. Let's see what we got going on here. Let me check this. Okay, that's going. And it's really getting thick too. Put that over here. Let's check out. See, yeah. Turning that up. I'm gonna flip it one more time. Just like that. So that was about 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I took it up a little higher. And you will have to adjust your heat accordingly. You know, I try to cook things kind of slower and not too fast because I don't want it to get too brown on the outside and not be ready on the inside. So that's why I did what I did. But when you turn up your heat, you really have to, I'm telling you got to be a cook when you're dealing with heat. You have to cook and be cognizant of what's going on. You really do. You can't be over here somewhere, go over, you will have burn a biscuit. Okay, that's looking good. I just wanted to feel it. It wasn't hot, don't worry. I do have feelings in my fingertips, contrary to popular belief. Okay, let me get this spoon. And see, when I get ready to put this last piece in, I'm going to have to take the heat way down because this oil is really hot now. And this last piece of fish, like I told you guys, once you cook your first fish or your chicken, your oil becomes seasoned. So whatever you put in there after that is going to brown quicker. So you got to take that heat down, or it'll be too brown. See, now this is ready, and I didn't have to let it sit in here that long because now the heat is really doing this thing. Okay, so this is right where I need it to be. I can take this, kind of drain that off, and flip it over like that. Okay. Okay, and like that. Okay, so that is ready. So now I'm going to take this down, right? Because I already know that this is going to be really hot when I put this other piece in here. All right, so let me take the other piece, get you in here, just like that. Get this up out the way with this rest of this flour. Wipe the counter off. Check my bacon. Okay, so I'm going to let this sizzle at a low right here, like a medium low for a second because I don't want it to over brown. And then when it starts settling down, I'm going to bring that heat back up. Let me throw this out, y'all. Okie dokie now. So let's just check on our little sauce here. So that's perfect. This is going to be perfect for the shrimp. Right now, it's cooking just like I want it to. It is the perfect consistency. I don't want it really thick because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna thicken it up a little bit more because when I put the shrimp in, the shrimp is gonna emit water, some fluid, and then it's gonna make my gravy loose, and I don't want it to be loose. I don't want it to be stiff, but I don't want it to be loose. Now let me check the bacon. Get this stuff back over here out the way. Let's see what you're doing, little friend. My little friend browning like crazy on a fork. I'm gonna stick this here. Check on my bacon. It's doing this little thing. Just want to flip it a little so it can get brown on all sides. But that's what I'm looking at now, just the brownness, because it's done. It's just not brown like I want it to be before I put it in this mixture. I want it to be a little bit browner. So stick that on here. And so I'm going to tint this pot. I'm not going to close it all the way. So now I'm going to take this up to a 5. I'm taking my fish up to a 5. Okay. Somebody want to be a guinea pig and taste this? Fish. I'll let you taste. See, this fish has a thick side and it has a thin side. So I'll let her taste a little crispy nibbits. For somebody. Well, I figured you would taste it, Corey. I don't even really like fish.
That's what I thought.
That's the little crispy nibbit. We had other pieces we wanted. This, I'm letting them eat their fish. I'm going to save one so they look cute.
This is really good. Just like flavored very well.
They can't eat it.
Oh. Excuse me, everyone. The fish is flavored very well. It doesn't taste fishy. That's something that usually puts me off from fish. It's it has a nice crispy crust around it, like
That bacon cracker is a
Yeah.
and
It's
the
light
flavor is
and
amazing.
It's not overly coated.
It's not
a
overly
perfect,
coated.
you still get the integrity of the meat.
Okay.
It's textured well.
Oh, but that delicious, well-seasoned coating that just created this delicious little crunch around it.
Y'all, I just flipped it.
Woo,
Okay.
yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
gonna be so
That's
good.
good.
That's gonna be so good with the
Oh, he was reaching for the other little piece. He said he didn't like fish. I guess he likes fish now, huh?
It's only because she cooked it.
Okay.
I gotta watch my tilapia in there.
Yeah, well, what can I say? What can I say? Okay, so. But, see, they ate it before you got to see what I was trying to show. How nice and moist and flaky it is on the inside. It has a nice integrity on it's flaky on the inside. It has a nice little crust. But you know, a lot of people like all of that flour and fixings and stuff. I need to know what I'm eating. If I got so much crust on my stuff, how am I going to tell the difference between what it is? Or the batter. So I don't like a whole lot of batter when I'm doing anything, but you will get that crunch. You're gonna get that moistness on the inside. It's a whole different experience. Yes, it is. Okay, this bacon may be ready to go, and then you can do your grits.
I like how you put it on me now. Does it taste
No, you just put them on. I'll watch them. Okay, just put the liquid in.
I put it in. But that's one thing I don't.
Okay, I'll take the ownership of the grits. Okay, what I also would like to put in there some butter.
You want to put the butter in? Okay.
Put the butter in now.
So do you put the grits in before it starts cooking?
Okay, yeah. See, they usually cook theirs in the microwave. We don't do that. I'm not doing microwaves. When I do instant, I treat instant like it's not.
So boil it first.
You want to boil your water. So I'm gonna do a little twist to this because it's being eaten with what I have it. This stuff, these things here, and not so much breakfasty. I'm gonna season up. I'm gonna do a little twist. My husband's gonna trip. Watch. I hope you're not looking at this. I got the Casey eyes, everything, y'all. I'm gonna Casey it up. Okay, so let me get this out of the way.
How much butter would you
Can you give me a heat pad? No, mind, I got it. Taking the bacon off of here.
How many one?
One. I just need one to put the bacon on. And move that up so you can have some space to do what you need to do. Or me do what I need to do.
How much butter you
Okay, give me about half of that. Okay, I'm putting some butter in here, y'all.
We have butter sitting out here too. Is that
Yes.
is that something separate?
Well, I'm going to use butter, and I'm going to take this down back to a 4 because, like I said, this oil is very, very, very hot. Also, what I'm going to do is, if you can pass me a piece of foil, I'm going to cover up a piece of foil and a paper plate. I'm going to cover up my fish so it can maintain some of the heat because I like my food hot. They like their food lukewarm. I need a plate. Yeah, that's cooking nicely. And I'm taking it back to 5, y'all. And let me get my fish on here.
I'm gonna put
like that.
The butter straight in the pan, right?
You put the butter in the pan. Okay. Now they already ate a piece of this, so it looked kind of jacked. But I want you guys to see what the fish looks like. Well, you can see what the fish looks like from the inside because they ate it.
Yeah.
But can't wait. Let me see. Trying to move it out the way. Okay,
I'll push down.
I can't tell. Okay, let me move this because no, this is. I'm trying to let them see where you guys broke it off. But do you see this? Okay, now I don't know if you can hear it. You can't hear it because it's too much noise. But it has a nice golden coating. Telling you. Now I'm gonna cover it up to let it retain some of the heat. Okay, I'm get that down there. Get this over here. So now I'm gonna I just want to be careful with this because I'm gonna take it down so far. See, I'm watching this because this oil is hot. Okay, so we put butter in this, and traditionally people don't cook their grits like that. They cook it a different way. Okay, but I'm gonna cook mine like this because I think it's gonna taste good. So Okay, turn it back down. I'm gonna put some herbs in here. So I'm putting a pinch of all my herbs inside here. And each one of the herbs, the Italian, the parsley, and the basil, in this water for the grits. I'm like, hey, if you can make herbed rice, why can't you make herbed grits? What you think? Okay, did I do basil? No, I didn't do basil. Okay, put that in there, just like that. Okay, so I herbed it up. I'm going to just those herbs, and I'm going to do just a teeny tiny bit of some garlic in here. Just a little bit, just a little touch of garlic in there. And like I said, this is optional. I'm experimenting with their lives right now. Okay, just y'all need to know. That's what I do. Okay, so now I'm gonna get this back here and move this over some so it can start boiling. And beautiful assistant just left me. Okay, I don't know what the rest of the recipe is. So we gotta wait till she come back. I'm gonna put a little bit of Casey's blessing in here too. I'm not gonna turn it on till she come back because she didn't measure out the grits. Yeah, but I need to measure because it's gonna take just a second for this to heat up.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's set into rapidly boiling water.
Yeah, that'll take a second in this pot.
Okay. So
in this pot, a rapid boil is like a flash.
2 seconds. You're not wrong. That thing conducts heat well.
So let's see what I got going on here. Let me I got 3 different spoons going on because I don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Okay, so this is perfect. Let me shake that off because I don't want to get all the condensation on my counter. Now, I'm going to take this big old piece of butter here. So that is probably about, I'll look the measurement. 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm putting 2 tablespoons of butter in my gravy here. And I'm going to melt that down. And then I probably will once I put the shrimp in, I will probably put a little bit of heavy whipping cream in there because I already know that the shrimp is going to emit some water, some liquid.
So could you say that's kind of like the start of an etouffee kind of?
It is, yeah. You can, when you're doing this right here, I will put a little bit more of the Old Bay, or you can put, some more heat to it or whatever. And this can be a base for a etouffee. Etouffee is the gravy is thicker. For a gumbo's more like a soup. I prefer my gumbo with a thicker soup, more like a creamy type thing. A lot of people will make their gumbo just straight soupy, and that's not me. So I'm an etouffee girl. So etouffee is similar to the gumbo, but it has a thicker gravy.
And I got exactly 1 cup of the.
And that's all we're gonna need. It's 1 cup.
Yep. So it's 1 cup.
Okay, 1 cup is gonna feed all of us.
Uh-huh. Because one serving is usually a quarter cup.
Okay.
So for 4 people.
All right. So she's giving me 1 cup of grits. That's supposed to be 4 people. I guess 4 people that don't live in this household. We'll find out. Because I have a feeling these grits are going to be off the chain, and they're going to be around here trying to lick the pans and stuff like that. You know how people around here get.
So how about this other coffee? Should I turn that off?
No, because I'm going to drink that too. I'm going to drink all the coffee. Okay, if you can pass me a chair, because you know what? My back is humming right now. So I need to sit down. Okay, so I'm going to sit here for a second while this fish continues to brown.
Turn the eye on the...
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, turn the eye on, because I was waiting for you to put the grits. Yeah. And while we do that, I can take a look at this, and we can talk about some budget meals for under $20. No, well, I can do more than one thing.
What flip is this?
Okay, that was the first flip.
Oh, okay, we need another flip.
Right, we're on the second side now.
Okay.
Okay. However, so just let me see, because I found some really good stuff. Now, I did mine on the strength of 6 to 7 people. Okay, but I also have some things that you use less or more or less. But I have 5 meals for 6 people, and then I have 5 meals for 2 to 4 people. Okay, so for me, I would just up the ante, and it will probably be about $30 for like 7 people. But that's to say that I think that's a good buy. So first, I'll do the normal family, the nuclear family, the 4 people. So I found some things and I thought about it. So chicken is everything, and chicken ends up being in everything we do. It's like part of the family. So making a Cajun chicken and rice skillet. I can't wait to do this. Okay, with the bone. I love myself some chicken thighs, and they are reasonable. You can even do this with chicken legs, because chicken legs are reasonable too. Chicken thighs, you get some rice, you get bell pepper, onion, garlic, my favorite stuff, and you can get the already prepared Cajun season, or if you want to get froggy, make your own Cajun season. I just get the little container. You want to have certain things in your cabinet as a staple, so you can always up the ante or whatever you want to do. And that's it. And all you're going to do, like I said, you're going to season up that chicken. I'm going to slap some bacon grease on it, but you don't have to. Season up your chicken, brown it on both sides. You want to take your bell pepper, your onions, and all of that stuff is 1 pot. If you use the instant rice, of course, it's 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of fluid. Use 1.5 cups. I would use some chicken broth, but if you don't have that, use some water. Season your water up, and you put that fluid in there. Once you get that the chicken thighs and stuff brown, you just want to take the water from your rice, so I have enough fluid, so you can finish cooking the chicken. And like I said, I will put that fluid in, and I will put a little extra fluid. So if it's a cup of water, a cup of rice, I will put a little extra fluid. Yeah, we need to check this. Let me shut my mouth, because I'm going to burn my fish.
Also, the water is boiling.
Okay, it's not rapid yet, though.
No,
it's almost.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. Okay, so it's almost getting to the. There you go. Rapid boil. So we then turn it down. So we got it on high. It's on a rapid boil, and you want to slowly stir that in. Okay, you need something to stir it in. But hurry up. Of course, I got all of the big spoons, right?
Yep, but it's too level. Get one little plastic.
Okay. Because you don't want all of your fluid to go out. Okay. So I'm turning my fish. This will be the 3rd turn, which will be the last one. Because as I said, you done made a mess.
I know I got a little slack right out.
She made a mess, and now we got to put more fluid in there. What am I passing? Okay.
You said more fluid, so I thought you needed.
It's nothing in here. Okay, it's the other one. Okay. She over here made an on TV blooper, child.
Oh, teeny.
Okay.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay, now I'm putting more chicken broth in there.
So let's let it get back up to 10.
Okay, you need to wipe all around there because my stove is dirty now. Okay, I'm almost ready to take this piece of fish out. So this is, like I said, once your heat gets where it needs to be, it doesn't take that long. Here, I'm gonna lift this.
Okay.
Okay, now wipe around there. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm just waiting for my butter to melt inside my gravy, and I can do that. I'm gonna remove this skillet so we have more space. Now what she's doing is she's pouring in this whole cup. Well, that wasn't a rapid boil, was it?
Well, it was already a rapid boil. We don't want it to still be rapid boiling or it would boil out. But we're gonna bring it back up to 10. I got it on, I think 5 or 6 right now. I'm about to turn it back up after I pour.
Okay.
Everything's poured.
All right. I know y'all can't hear her. She sounds like she's mumbling.
Sorry. See, it's already
Okay.
boiling.
So what she did, she turned the heat down on the grits. She poured the grits in slowly and stirred them in. Okay. So now what she's going to do is lower the heat and she's going to put a top on it.
Yeah. I just want to make sure it's all.
And she's making sure it's all stirred up.
So nothing clumps.
And you just turned it off.
When do we want to go?
Oh, yeah, put it on. Put it on 2. Put it on 2.
Okay.
Okay. Let it come back to a slight boil. We're going to put it on 2. Let it come back to a slight boil. Rinse that off. Okay, let me check my fish. And my fish is ready to say, let me out. Okay, get the fish out of here. Okay, so this is perfect. And this didn't even take that long. Okay, she's going to put a lid on. Don't do it on low yet.
Well, yeah, because it was proper.
Okay, but you put the lid on.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to put the lid on it.
Okay, fish is ready. This is a perfect piece of fish right here. So what I'm going to do now is move this hot oil away. Put it on one of those hot pads over here. Get it out the way. Okay, so we have more space on the stove.
Okay.
I'll get this one. And I'll put the top on here like that. Get that out my way. And then we'll get the stove cleaned off. Get some of this mess. Oh, this is killing me. Okay, so I can get with my shrimpies. My little shrimp friends here. My little, how some people say scrimps. My scrimps. Okay. That's not how I say it. I'm just imitating. Okay, get my stove all done here. No, not really. I am going to get one of these. I'm going to let the fish cool off a little over here, drain the oil off of it. And I think I'm going to move my shrimp over to this eye. So I'm just trying to clean it off so I can do that. Okay, let's get this over here. I'm going to take this fish and put it over here. Just like that. And let it cool. Okay. I need some spray. Where's the spray? Oh, this is a greasy mess.
Oh, the spray.
Yeah, this is a greasy mess. Greasy, floury mess. Okay, I got me another little red wagon over here. So when she gets my spray, so I can spray my glass top stove here and clean it up like I want to, then I'm going to move the pot over and let me get my little plate so I can put the fish in so it can stay warm. Okay, I don't need that. I just need this. Right. Okay, so I'm just putting the other piece of fish that I just cooked in with its family. And what? Yeah, this is crispy, all right. This is crispy, all right. That's so. Let that be a lesson for you. You don't need to have a whole lot of batter to have crisp. Just put a little bit of baking soda in it. It'll do a little dab will do ya. Okay, so I'm gonna get this inside the sink. Try to get a little tidier, because yeah. Okay. Note to self: if you don't want to wash a lot of dishes, line it with some foil. It's already clean. There you go. Put that there. Get this over here. Take up this mess. Rinse off my spatula. and dry it off. Okay. And then I'm going to get this over here. Let's see what's going on because you got to stir these grits. This is not like rice. You just can't let it sit.
Well, that's what I thought.
Nah, you got to be doing a little dance. Yeah. That's what you got to do. I got it though. I'm just trying to make a space so I can stir and stuff. I have it. Okay, I'm just trying to cook. You know, I can't cook in a messy place.
Yeah.
It just bothers me. It really does. So I'm trying to get a little bit straightened up so I can complete this project. Okay, and get that over here. Get this moved over to this eye over here. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here. What am I on a low? Get that over here.
And a little tip from Casey, if you clean as you go, that's less stress for you at the end of your cooking process.
Sure is, Gus. But for me, you know, I got to do it. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Tonight on the Love Rhythm recipe, we are having a turkey parmesan. It's going to be so delicious. But not only that, we're going to be talking about, are you in love or are you just obsessed? It's going to be a good show. So, let's get this all tidy. Okay, let's check these here grits, y'all. Okay, which one did you use? You used this one, right? Okay, let me see what's going on with these grits. Okay, and see, like I said, they're starting to seize up right now. They're getting thick, and I don't think this is a good spoon. But this is making lumps. You need that. Get that. If you can wash that
Spotted one.
that one. Okay. You can wash that one. Yeah. I think I want some more liquid in here. I always do. I never follow the instructions on these things. I like to do a little bit more fluid because I'm not trying to have a grits pie.
But they're still trying to steep it up though, right?
Yeah, but see, you don't want it to see what you do. You want it to stir. You want it to cook, but you want it to cook and start absorbing at the same time. If you don't stir it, it's going to clump. You know, if you don't stir it, it clumps. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. If you just let it sit and simmer. Let me see if I can get a clump. Yeah, there's a lot of clumps in here. I got to get the clumps out. Okay, so this is what you don't want. You see that lump right there? You don't want that in your grits. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the grits to the front so I can get better control of them. I'm going to put a little bit more
Chicken
stock in it. But see, the thing is, if your grits get a little lumpy, guess what? You can fix it. But it just takes a little elbow grease. So what you do is, if you got some lumps in your grits, right? You take the lumpy part, you stir all the way down to the bottom. Make sure you get everything released. And then you're going to have your little lumps in there. So I take it and I push the spoon or whatever I have up against the side of the pan to mash the lumps out as I'm stirring. And so that's going to give you a consistency, a smooth consistency. Because remember, these are not old-fashioned grits that are designed to cook for 30, 40 minutes. I am forcing the issue and making it do what I want it to do. So normally what the instructions say is you are to put it in the microwave and then you just let it sit. Nah. I don't want to do that. So I'm cooking it semi like you would cook it if they were the old-fashioned grits, but not all the way. I'm taking a shortcut. But, like I said, I'm just going to smash what little lumps that are in here out, which is being very successful. And then it's loosened up. Then I'll let it cook a little bit and it will absorb some more. While I get over here and put the shrimp in here, because this sauce is good and ready for the shrimp. But I have to make these grits taste good, because the grill master can cook a few things. He cooks grits well. He cooks a scrambled egg like nobody's business, and he can get out there and grill. So I have to impress him with these grits, y'all. Just saying.
Oh, Mom's here.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
They said good morning back, and then they said, I wonder how the grits would do on the rice setting in a pressure cooker. Get it where you need faster.
I don't think grits will be good in a pressure cooker. And the reason why, Long, is because you really need to watch them. So it's going to cook them really quick, but then they're going to be lumped together. They're going to congeal, just like what was happening on the stove here. My best advice, and that's why I don't do the microwave. If I want to do fast grits, I'm going to cook the quick grits, but I'm going to do it in this manner. That's just, my advice. I wouldn't do pressure cooker. I can see that thing exploding. Oh boy, these allergies are kicking me. Okay, so let me wipe off my table over here. Because y'all know this stuff gets on my nerves when I see dirt. I can't take it. Okay, so I'm going to stir. I got all my little lumps out. I may not even need any more fluid. Because I'm just going to get all my little lumps out just like that. Then I'm going to let it kind of simmer and do its thing. And if I need to add a little cream, I will do that. And everything will be everything. Because Lord knows I don't want to have the worst grits in the world when the famous grits man comes down here. And then I have enhanced it with my own flavors on top. Man, I'll never hit into this. I will never hit end of it. Okay. All right, I think I got y'all under control. Okay, so yeah, I think I got my little grit friends under control. Yes, I do. Okay, so if I'm gonna just put a little bit of fluid in here because I need to go over here and tend to this shrimp. But just a bit, just a drop. That's it. Okay, I need it to be a little bit fluid while I go over here and attend to my shrimp friend. Okay, but it's looking good. I haven't cooked grits in so long, I don't even know what they're supposed to look like, y'all. Because I don't eat them. I'm eating them today because I want to try them with the shrimp, But usually if I make something like this, I'll make myself some rice instead. Because I'm not a big rice, I'm not a big rice potato, I'm not a big carb eater. I really am not. I eat some carbs, but the biggest thing, I like meat. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I like meat. Let me put this top on here. I'm gonna turn this thing off because it's getting on my last nerves. Okay. Okay. And wipe my floury fingerprint off of there. Okay, now I can feel like I'm not screaming as much. Okay, so this is a nice little simmer. Let's get over here and see what's going on. Okay, butter is melted. Now at this point, because it has been cooking for such a long time, nicely simmering, it's time to get those darn bay leaves out of here. And I'm gonna tell you, you have to be careful because when you have all this greenery in here, you can miss them. That's why I have to know how many I had and I have to count. So I got one. That's two. Come on, y'all. We're four out. Okay, that's three. Does anybody remember how many I had in here?
You said 2 big ones and 2 little ones.
I'm asking my friends on TV.
Oh, you didn't specify.
Not you guys. I have 2 big ones, and yes, I did. So that's number 4 is out. All the family's out. You've done your job. It's nice and bay seasoned. Okay, let me get that off of here.
Oh, Lone had a comment about her grits, how she prefers. In my opinion, grits should look like rice soup, but not too soupy.
Right.
Like the consistency of condensed soup. If you, but I have never tried them in my life because, well, the The name is not appealing.
Who said that?
That's what Lone said.
You said you never tried grits? Listen.
I mean,
Contrary to popular belief, I've never been a big grits eater. But I will tell you, if they're prepared properly, and what made me start eating grits when I did, the times I did, putting cheese in it. It changed the whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do. You can put whatever kind of cheese you want in there, but I'm going to use a little Velveeta because it tastes really good with Velveeta on it. And I have some Velveeta chunks, so I'm going to put that in there. And maybe I'll use just the sauce, the packet of the sauce, and I don't have to cut it up. Yes, so I'll use the Velveeta sauce, but it tastes really good with cheddar cheese. I mean, you can put whatever kind of cheese you really like in it, but it just gives it a creaminess. And like I said, with this particular dish, having that gravy from the shrimp and then having that nice crunch from the fish, it's going to be a winner. I guarantee that. What's my man's name? I forgot what his name was. The word I said that says onion and guarantee.
I forgot his name.
Okay, so I'm going to turn my fluid up just a little bit after I get these shrimp in. So as you know, the shrimp has been sitting in this nice little seasoned situation. I'm just going to add the shrimp in here. Let me stir my grits. See, and it's thickening up just like that. And so you have to keep stirring. Don't forget them. Whoop. Don't forget them. They're doing their little thing in here. Yes, they are. They're being real nice. There you go. And if ever your grits get stiff, like say if you cook them ahead of time and they get stiff like a popsicle, slowly add fluid, put it on low and smash it, like I said, against the sides until it breaks up. And then it will then reincorporate and get creamy again.
And that chef you were talking about, Justin Wilson.
Yeah, Justin Wilson. I'm around here quoting somebody. I don't even remember the man's name. I don't know why. Is he young?
This chef, he's.
Because I remember him being older.
Yeah, he passed.
Okay. Oh, he passed away.
Yeah.
Oh. It's been years since I watched, but I didn't know he passed away. Okay. Rinse the grits off of here. And keep it going. Keep it going. Keep my little grit thing going. I'm gonna turn it down to now. I'm gonna put it on low. Okay, because it's thickening up, and I don't want it to do too much now. So I'm gonna take these shrimp right here. I'm gonna put them in this liquid. So, and then I'm gonna turn it up and once I get in the liquid. We get all my shrimp in. Okay, get that over here and separate them. Get them all here in the liquid, just like that. Okay. Ooh, yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. As soon as it hits the liquid, it starts emitting its little juices. But I don't want, like I said, if this gets too thin, then I'm going to hit it with some heavy whipping cream, and it'll be just right. But it looks delicious already, and it's not even cooked. But it doesn't take a second, but for the shrimp to cook, because really when it hits heat, it starts going from being translucent to being opaque. And when it hits that opaque, about 6 minutes, depending on the size of the shrimp too. These are not that big, so it's not going to take that long. I'm going to take this up to a 2 because I just want to get it to start moving, some movement. I don't want to take it too high because I don't want this to thicken up too much and then I don't have any juices. Because that's the whole thing. The mixture of the juices is what makes it great. It sure does. Okay, so let me get this in the garbage. And I'm going to put my bacon in. I didn't forget about it. Okay. All right. Take that bacon. See, this is how you want your bacon to look, just like that. Get that in. Okay, you're barely moving. I'm taking her up to a 4 to get her started. And then, because I want these, I don't want these shrimp to stay in here so long until they get tough. I want them to cook right away. So I'm putting my bacon in. I'm also going to put that little bacon juice in there too. All these dynamic flavors. I love it. Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't see this before, but yeah, Mom said she'll cook them, cook the grits, but no, not eat them.
Okay, listen, I'm with you, Long. We are together in this. But I know what I did. You weren't here, I don't think. I tried iced coffee. Okay, it's melted now, but cold. You know, I don't do this, but it's kind of growing me. I wouldn't try it if you've never eaten grits by itself. In this dynamic, like I said, I herb them. They have nice flavor, and they're going to have the shrimp and the gravy. So it's going to change the flavor of what you think it is because it says grits. I know. But I charge you to be adventurous. Give it a shot. Start off with a little packet of the instant. Give it a shot. Okay, come on, y'all. You gonna make me take you up to 5? Okay, they showing their tail. That's what they're doing. But it was so warm in here. Do you know that this shrimp is cooking up already? But I need it to cook like I want it to cook, not like it wants to cook. There's a difference. I needed to do what I wanted to do. I'm driving the train. So it needs to just capitulate and do what I say. I was nice to you, shrimp. I kept you all nice and coated with the flavor. Y'all better act right. Okay, let's see. Now I'm stirring again, and they so nice and thick right now. Yeah, that's great. That is perfect right there. See, that's what you want. You want your grits to be like this, just like that. I think I'm gonna hit the grits. I'm gonna hit the grits with some heavy whipping cream. Don't tell my husband. I'm gonna get the cheese too. Okay. So let me get my heavy whipping cream. Just put a little tad in it, and then I'm gonna get my Velveeta cheese sauce. That way I don't have to cut up little chunks of cheese. Or for you grit lovers like my sister who can go raw without cheese, she won't worry about no cheese. She just eat it just like that. That's how my mom used to eat them. I never ate grits. Me personally. But like I said, I will eat them with the cheese. I haven't had grits in a long time. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of heavy whipping cream in here. Now, see, now that pot is over there trying to do something just because I'm over here messing with the grits. Okay, so let me go over here and check it out. Let me stir because I'm going to have to put some cream in you too because I see you taking on the water of the new intendants here. I'm going to put a little bit of whipping cream in that because I want that to be nice and creamy. Okay. And let me get this cheese. We have scissors. Where are they? Over here. So Velveeta makes a cheese sauce that I like to use for the kids. You know, they don't really care too much for like that Kraft macaroni and cheese, the powder stuff. So I have to make up my own little stovetop concoction. So they like this cheese. So I buy this and then I use the other noodles. But usually what my husband would do when he eats this grits, he'll just get some cheese and sprinkle it on top of his grits. But I'm doing it for everybody. So I'm putting a packet in here. Maybe a packet will be enough. I'll let the grit eaters tell me if that tastes good. Because I'm like you, Long. I'm not a grit eater. But I'm going to become one today. Okay, so this is going to stir nicely in here. Just like that.
You gonna make those Harry Potter pies and mash it? Gravy and green peas, boom.
Yeah, well, I had, if I could ever get around to saying what I'm saying, I got 5 meals for under $20. And yes, I am going to make those pies. I'm going to tell you, I've been so busy this week long. I haven't had a chance. It's the first time I've been in the kitchen all week, literally. I haven't had a chance to do anything. Yep, come over here when you can taste this and tell me if you think this is good enough. I need more cheese. Because I need to attend to my shrimp.
Oh, it looks very nice.
Okay, I'm going to go over here and attend to the shrimp now, y'all. Okay, she's going to go over there and taste it and keep stirring. Okay, let me take this off.
Ooh, perfect consistency, though.
Let me stir that. This smells really good. I can't wait to eat the shrimp. I think they'll be ready in like a couple of minutes. That's enough?
That's good.
You don't need any more. Okay, stir that really nice. Get the sides down. Put the top on. And I'll just stir it periodically.
Add a tiny bit of salt.
Okay. Well, yeah, or you may not even need salt because I'm gonna have
The seasoning.
Oh, you don't have gravy. Oh, okay. You see, y'all should be eating this shrimp. You have some gravy.
So again, salt.
Okay, I'll put a little bit of salt in there for now. Okay, I just put a teaspoonful of heavy whipping cream in the shrimp mixture, and I'm gonna turn it up so it can reduce a little bit because, like I said, my shrimp itself had a little liquid in it, so it kind of thinned out my gravy. But not to worry, because this is why we have other things we can do to make gravy thick. Okay, you probably don't want to turn that off. Leave it on low and stir it. I don't want it to get stiff before I'm ready to plate it up. So I'll keep stirring it. So I'm going to turn this up, y'all. I'm going to turn this up to medium high so it can start really getting some movement. My shrimp is already done. I just want my gravy to thicken up with that cream and reduce a little. And then we're going to plate this puppy up.
I should get the little bowls.
Okay, take this. No, we're gonna need more than a bowl. Well, yeah, because we need fish too on it. So a bowl and a plate. Yeah, we need a bowl, but you know your grill master is going to want. Your dad's gonna want both.
Okay.
I'll just take a little bit.
So how many bowls? How many plates?
Okay, well get a bowl, and I guess you can have a little sauce with the fish on it. Okay, so I'm stirring this again. Oh, you said salt, right?
Yeah.
So, beautiful assistant says salt. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Okay? That's it. Okay?
Well, hold on. So you said the little saucer, so I'll get the little saucer.
Yeah, get a little saucer for him to have his fish. You guys can have a plate, but you guys are not having the shrimp.
Oh, okay.
So y'all can have a plate. We're going to do bowls because...
I figured the grit would probably work in a bowl. That's
Well, I mean, if you're going to put your fish on top of it, and maybe you're not having what we're having.
Yeah, I did too.
I figured we could put
You going to stick your fish on top of it?
Yeah.
That's not a good look. Okay.
Okay, well, okay.
Do what y'all want to do. Y'all got to eat it. Okay. I'm worried about what it looked like. They worried about it going in their mouth. Okay. So I'm going to turn this off now. Sit that over here. And I'm going to check my shrimp because now it's rapidly boiling. I'm going to stir it up. And if somebody can give me a ladle, that would be so wonderful. And I'm going to tint this because I need for this to thicken up because this is not thick enough for me. Okay. So, thank you. But it smells amazing.
It does.
So you don't know what you're missing.
I know what
Not you. I'm talking about Missy over there that only wants to eat fried shrimp. May I have a paper towel, please, sir? I need to wipe this up. Okay. So anyway, while this thickens, let me just tell y'all this right quick because I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. So let's move our computer back over here. And then I'm going to tell you about these budget meals while this finishes thickening up. And then I'm going to plate this puppy up. Let me throw that away. All right, so let's get this over here out of my way.
Lone said tilapia isn't the best for frying, but will do in a pinch. I usually use tilapia for fish stock or a curry.
Yeah, or you can broil it, but I don't know if you missed what I did. And I know fish not the best for frying, but if you fry it, pan fry it slow, not a lot of batter. And I put a little meat tenderizer on it as a brine, and it helped hold in the moisture. So you have crisp on the outside, moist on the inside. I had to learn about using tilapia Lone because I'm from New York. In New York, we had a whole lot of different types of fish that were really good for frying. Where I am now, not so much. So tilapia is the fish of the day down here, and I've learned to adapt, but I've learned to cook it in a lot of different ways. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to take it, let it just keep going for a second so I can tell you guys about those budget meals. Bring that over here, and that. So, and okay, guys, as I was moving the mouse cut me off. But thanks to beautiful, oh, she's not yet going yet. Okay, guys, as I was moving the mouse cut me off. I did because I hit something. So beautiful assistant put us back in there. But I was saying, as I'm talking about these 5 delicious meals, and actually I have 10, but I'll tell you about the other 5. The other 5 I have are geared more to bigger families like me. But I was talking about Cajun chicken rice skillet. Really good. Brown you some chicken thighs on top of the stove. You have some garlic, onion, and some peppers and some Cajun seasoning. Really simple. You know, I'm going to add more. But brown them. Get yourself some water or some chicken stock. Pour that in for the amount that you need to cook your rice. I would use instant because it'd be really quick instead of the long term. And you still can cook it for the time you need to cook the rice together. 1 pot meal. Creamy tuna pasta bake. So you get yourself a can of tuna, some cream of mushroom. I would use a cream of chicken soup and put some mushrooms in it. Shredded cheese, a little frozen peas if you want to put that in there, and throw it all together. That's about between $10 and $13. Will serve a family of 4. The Cajun chicken rice skillet was about $12 and will serve a family of 4, or a family or 2 people with a lot of food. Then we have a sweet and spicy sausage stir fry. That sounds good. So you get yourself some smoked sausage, some stir fried vegetables, no name brand, which is cheaper. Get your soy sauce, a little bit of honey, and some brown sugar, cooked rice or noodles. Okay, bam. That's $15 for 4. Loaded baked potato bar. I like that one because you get all the fixings. You get yourself 4 potatoes, some shredded cheese, sour cream, green onions, bacon bits, or broccoli, or both. And you can use turkey bacon if you want. And you load it up, and it's like a family affair. You have like a loaded potato bar. That is $10 to $12 for 4. And finally, this I like too, the bean and cheese quesadilla. Excuse me. Plus an avocado salsa. So you have your flour tortillas, some canned black beans, or some refried beans, cheese, 1 avocado, tomato, onion, and you just put it all together, heat it on both sides, and that's about $10 to $13. So there are 5 low budget meals. Let me check my shrimp. Okay, so we'll get over here. Yep, this is like I want it to be. So perfect, y'all. Perfect. So I'm going to turn this up, off, rather not up, and I'm going to plate it up. Okay, good. Nice. So I did promise you a home cooking story. And the home cooking story is about Beautiful Assistant. Beautiful Assistant, like I said, I only like fried shrimp. I don't want any kind. Anyway, I remember they had this place called, I think it was Sizzlers in New York when we lived there. And so it was like an all-you-can-eat type place. They had steak and they had shrimp and stuff like that. It was Sizzlers, yeah. This was a baby. This child used to eat so, maybe that's why she doesn't like it now. She used to eat so much shrimp. I used to have to carry little baggies in my purse to bring the shrimp home so she could eat. So that's probably why she doesn't like. I'm just okay. So that's why she don't like a whole lot of shrimp. Okay, because she ate enough of it when she was a kid. Okay, she was the shrimp crab person.
Who, me?
Okay, my husband used to buy crabs, right? And before he cooks them, they're in the sink or whatever, and they're moving around. They're playing with the crabs. Then when they go into the pot, then they're crying because they're going in the pot. But they didn't start crying when he was taking them apart and feeding it to them. So yeah. That was my little story. Okay, so let me put this in here. We're going to scoop this up right nicely. If they haven't gotten stiff on us, we'll see. Okay. We get y'all.
I was just up there. Should I go get the grill master?
Yeah.
I was in.
Okay, so I want y'all to see. Okay, this is your result. Okay, this is how your grits are supposed to look. You see this? That's how your grits should look. Full of cheese, creamy, nicely seasoned. So let me get these grits. I probably need a different kind of spoon. Yes, I do, but this is sliding. So let me take this out. Let me get my other spoon. Wash that off. Yeah. Because that was slotted and it wouldn't spoon up right. So I'll use this. Anywho, I got that. And let me get my little the beauty of it all. Okay, where's my parsley? Because I can't do anything without a garnish. So I'm going to be putting this in here. Give me one moment. Okay, so tell me if this is enough for you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not, Beautiful Assistant has been snacking, so we're not going to give her a whole lot. She just is going to taste. Okay, and so I'm getting this in here. Corey, do you want a lot or a little?
I'll come back.
You can start me off with a little bit. I'll be back.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Yeah, you better get it all the time. Yeah, it disappeared.
Okay, so get that over here.
I mean, now that you mentioned, you might want to put a little bit extra because I might not be able
Yeah.
I might not be able to come back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Okay, I'm just going to put a little for me because I'm going to tell you guys, usually when I do Saturday cooking, I don't really eat until much later because I when I'm busy, I can't do a whole lot of eating. But I do want to taste this because it looks really good. And I'm not going to overdo the grill master because he'll get into a coma and he won't wake up until it's time for the next show. So, okay. You say you want more?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just take a little tab right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. So get that in here.
Grill master is on the way.
And I'm going to let you see the grits, y'all. I want you to see the grits before I put anything on here. When I say they're nice and creamy,
Perfect.
they really came out good. So this is a grit. Or the grits right there. The flavor in this is really good. I'm glad I put all those things in it.
Bring it forward. Yeah.
Okay, did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll move this over because this is too close.
Yeah, no, you fine.
I'm talking about for me near this computer. Okay, so let me get the good old shrimp on here. Oh boy, you must have been reading my mind. I said the same. I just said the same thing.
That's a quick meal though. I mean, shrimp on a barbie, it don't take long to cook them on the grill.
No, they don't.
Just get them real quick. Put a little lemon lime on the.
I mean, let them, marinate probably in some kind of marinade and
Nah, I tried some grilled shrimp.
like
That's one thing I
lime or
like.
something, and you put them on there, whip like Miracle Whip.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new idea. Let's talk about hobby.
Okay.
Even the chicken, I think you let them marinate in lemon or lime and throw them on the grill, give it like a lemony taste.
So that'll be another segment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't give away all my secrets, please. Thank you.
I'm not giving away your pearls.
Don't give away all my pearls. So you're not gonna eat a whole piece of fish, I don't think, beautiful assistant.
Why are you saying that?
Because you said it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll come back. But see, I can't come back. So.
I'm gonna give your father this, and like I said, you can have the smaller piece.
I'll have a smaller piece.
She's letting her eyes get bigger than her
No, I
stomach.
can take a smaller piece.
And she does this every week, y'all. And so what you don't see is the fact that she's sitting over there like she's rolled over and she can't move.
But you see, the other part that no one sees is I come back later.
But that's not the point. But you overdo it initially. Okay, so anyway, reading.
No.
All right, y'all. So I'm giving him 1 and 1. So this is the delicious grits with the shrimp. If you guys can see it, and that nice, beautiful brown gravy and the lovely shrimp. Can everyone see? Tell me what you think.
It looks absolutely
Okay.
delicious.
Let me get you smooth.
Oh my God.
And this is the tilapia. Delicious.
Gorgeous.
Yes. So he's going to get to taste that. Let me give him a spoon.
Looks fantastic.
That looks fantastic.
And
Oh,
then you can tell me if I cook these grits right. Okay. Let me get a little bit for
I'm not
myself.
gonna give you all my pearls.
Yeah, well, I didn't use your pearls.
Oh man, this is coming. Oh man.
Okay, you didn't get it in your mouth yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying the gravy, the sauce, the shrimp, what you got in there? Bacon?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, everything is good with bacon.
Okay, let me get theirs because they're not having any of the good old shrimp, which works for me because I don't want to share.
They don't eat shrimp?
No, Corey is shrimp allergic.
All right.
You see how happy we are? Okay, exactly. All right.
Oh
so,
baby, that.
Okay, Corey, here's your fish
Oh.
on your shrimp or whatever.
Your fish on the grits.
Shrimp and grits is off the fajisi
Yeah.
and going down easy.
So it's a good consistency.
Oh yeah, this is
Perfect.
delicious.
Perfect.
Oh,
Delicious.
yes, yours.
Mm. Mm.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Come get yours, beautiful assistant.
Oh, that's
On
good.
the way. Yes, sir.
That looks amazing, right?
Absolutely.
And like I said, grits, and this doesn't just have to be for brunch or breakfast.
Boy, this grits, you got it nice and creamy. I'm telling you.
Yes, these are beautiful.
Mhm.
Everything's beautiful on here. I need a.
So I did good, huh?
Yes,
Mm.
you did. As if we expected you not to. I need a little spoon.
You need a little spoon.
It's all good.
You get into the tilapia.
And see, my husband does. He doesn't really like tilapia.
Nah, but let me see what
But
we
this
working
one
with.
is
We're gonna see what he think.
What we working with.
I'm gonna get a little scoop of both.
Let me get me a little spoon.
But off the bat, I must say it broke apart nice and crispy and nice and white, fleshy.
Is the inside dry or is it moist?
No, it looked very moist.
Very moist, and as I said, it holds up the integrity and texture of the
Oh
meat.
man, it's
What do you
delicious.
think?
It's
You
delicious.
don't have to sacrifice
You
texture.
know it ain't my fish.
No,
but-
he doesn't like tilapia. He says he likes it. Okay, I'm getting ready to take. I'm trying to try it. Okay.
It's good.
Now, what I can say about these grits, they're delicious right here. Like,
Yeah.
Okay,
They're
they can't
nice.
hear you.
they're nice and creamy.
Mm.
It's thick, but not too thick. You know, it's not like watery or nothing. You know,
It's good.
it has a great flavor to it. It is absolutely delicious, and hey, it tastes good with this fish.
Mm.
Okay, well, I haven't heard beautiful soup then.
I'm sorry, I can't stop eating.
Yeah, but it's stuff in her face.
Are we flipping the script this time?
Can I get a paper
I'm trying.
towel, please? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's talking.
They're not helping you, are they?
I can get about 5 more bites in while he describes. That's
Hey,
what
I
I'm
gave a
trying
good
to do.
description this time.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
I was saying, here, who you need a picture of?
Me. She was
What I
saying,
was saying was that the integrity of the fish held up perfectly while
Yeah,
being
it
fried.
did.
It has a very delicious crunch to it. Not overly salted, not overly seasoned. Just
Yeah.
a perfect amount. You get the flavor of the seasoning in every bite, combined with the delicious herbs and things that were added to the grits. First time I've had grits like that, but delicious, creamy. Oh, it's so tasty. The way that the grits hugs the fish every bite, and it's just those dynamic flavors and textures mixed together in your mouth. It's like,
And it's strip. That's right. That's right.
Woo!
she didn't have shrimp.
And you know
I ain't get no
what?
shrimp, but I wish I had it.
The grits being cooked in the
With the
chicken
herbs
stock,
and the chicken stock.
yeah,
Mhm.
that was an excellent combination right there.
Yeah, I put the herbs, I put chicken stock, and I put garlic in it, and some Casey's blessing, a little bit of pepper in the water. Yeah. Now I'm gonna taste this with the shrimp, y'all, because I just had some. I'm trying to tell y'all.
But sometimes when I'm doing the concoction, I always use the chicken. For one person, the grits, it says a quarter cup. I may use half a cup of chicken broth, half a cup of water, and also with the rice, same thing. It just give it an extra.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so, and I don't even like grits. I'm telling you, Lone, use this with the grits. I mean, make the shrimp with the grits.
Wow.
You hear that? You get that little hint of heat from from the shrimp and the gravy. The gravy is like fantastic. It is fantastic, and you have this on top of these herb grits, and it's just like this smooth dynamic just sliding down your esophagus.
You did
I'm
very
glad
well.
I got what I got.
It is really good. Try this stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, for all of you people who can't eat shrimp, I feel sorry for you. But this tastes good.
I done ate all mine.
Delicious. Hey, you may be able to use like some fake lobster or something. It tastes all right. But yeah, this is good for real. Anyhow, y'all, I hope you like this live dynamic here where we made this yum stuff, and I think I'm gonna eat all this right here. This is delicious. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. And for those of you who are already my family, turn your notifications on, y'all. Come on now. Okay? Also, don't forget the Love Rhythm recipe. Tonight at 6:30, we are doing a turkey parmesan.
Ooh.
Our subject tonight is, are you in love or are you just obsessed? You don't want to miss this. In any case, you know what I wish you? I wish you love, peace, and what, y'all? Some great weekend eats. I'm going to see y'all next week, and I'm going to see y'all later on the Love Rhythm recipe. Bye-bye.